right. Definitely needs some G-drop, but she has never reached those heights since. And oh my god. What an explosive start here. Already getting the mortal counter, going for the gold burst. 2H hitting its mark. And a bite! Hotashi just immediately throwing everything at the wall, and it seems to be sticking.
You know, everyone says, like, you know, Potemkin versus Chipp is like, what was it, like a 10-0, 10 match? What was it? Like, both is a 10-0 matchup for both characters. That's kind of how it feels in this matchup as well, but even more so for Nagoriyuki. Just look at the damage we're doing. That is Chipp right there. And it was so much Chipp damage. And then we just got that wall splat, and then it was over. That's all she wrote.
We just watched Chipp get bisected live on Twitch.tv.
UmKellan, do we know another character potentially? No, not to write off the Chipp immediately, but man, that was
Gotta give them a chance. Gotta give them a chance, right? They didn't even get to play. They didn't get to play, all right?
Dude, Hotashi just hit UmKellan through the screen. That's what happened right there.
Is that on TOS? That's what I'm saying! Oh my god. Yeah, chat, clip that first game.
Alright, next game. Okay, off to a much better start here. Gold burst! Hotashi, okay, sure. Yeah, just playing very aggressive right off rip. And UmKellan is going to run away with that now that Hotashi doesn't have the defensive tool any longer.
And this is the flip side of the matchup, right? Obviously, Chipp with the speed, the pressure here just to overwhelm Hotashi.
Yeah, and especially without level 3 blood gauge as well, the frame data and reach of our normals are just going to be a little funky when it comes to interacting with Chipp and blood rage is just going to pop right here. We can safely just punish this one. Yeah.
Yep, nice.
Yeah, at that point, like, there's no point in really going for that wall break, giving Hotashi more first.
Oh, but getting picked up. Ooh, how many DPs can you fit in one combo? Block for your life. There's the
Enough
throw.
to get blood rage.
Back on. Oh, we're just gonna try and cash out. I thought we were going for the Mario Party mini game, but instead gonna get another throw. We gonna aura farm? No, I don't think you do it after the throw. Only after a hit.
Hotashi being so kind and reducing the amount of health he has with that blood rage right there. It's really reducing the amount of health that UmKellan has to work with. Just one more hit is really all we need in blood rage, especially with that 100 meter. And UmKellan knows that, not going on the tightrope just yet, but he hit the second hit of DP right there into the bite. Hotashi just needs one more hit, and we find it as we shimmy with the back Fukio in response to UmKellan's wake-up throw.
I know Hotashi is laughing his ass off right now.
Yeah, no, he's having the time of his life.
This is just degenerate gameplay that we are seeing here. But the thing is that it's the kind of gameplay where you're just overwhelming your opponent with speed, right? Nago has so much damage, but when you're willing to just throw everything at the wall, you don't care if you pop blood, you can just go insane with Nago. And if the opponent's not ready for it, they are going to get overwhelmed. And that's what's happening.
Right. But, yeah, Kellan, I mean, once Kellan is able to get on the right foot, I mean, we saw a little bit in one of those rounds where we're just able to keep Hotashi locked in the corner. And that's one of, like, the big advantages of Chipp. Is that he's very fast, very mobile, and when he puts you in the corner, a lot of his pressure is just so safe. So if we can, like, establish a situation like that early, it's really going to carry Kellan through the rest of the round. But it's really all about setting it up early, right? Because if we let Hotashi snowball from round start, we're going to have some problems.
Kellan here, able to break the wall, gonna get that positive bonus.
Blood rage gonna pop. No, not quite, just towing the line. Hotashi staying in the green with that bite. Yeah, that was kind of risky there with the Fukio. That could have just put us right into blood rage, but just going for the bite right there secured that Hotashi would not be throwing away around just like so.
Thank you to Onion for the $5.19 into the match arena, saying Jobber's mustache greater than Happy Chaos. I agree. Thank you. Oh, yep, just gonna punish. No worse.
Yeah,
see,
perfect.
we could have gotten a lot more off of that, but I think we're going for the Okay, I get what it was. It was to make sure that Hotashi couldn't burst, right?
Yes.
Get some guaranteed damage.
And usually going for a command grab on Blood Rage is the right option as well. You see a lot when Zato was, relevant in the game, right? Going for the command grab, just going for that long animation and letting that health go down.
Kellan actually tried to bait out the burst there, but accidentally had too much momentum on the dash forward. That's fine, though. They're still going to be able to close out the round here and finally get a game on the board. As long as they can get their game plan started, they're pretty healthy here. But Hotashi always was a really aggressive Nago, willing to teeter that fine line when it came to the blood pop. Seems like more so, even in 2.0, he has leaned heavily into that.
Right, they gave Hotashi his greatest weapon right there. That new move is the Hotashi move right there. And we saw Hotashi use it many times so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's so good to just put you at level 3 and let you go crazy. The Hotashi mostly uses it as just a way to aura farm after he kills you.
Right.
Heavily Pirate coming through with $2 into the match arena. Thank you for the support here. Nearly 2,000 of you watching at home. We're at 69 in the match arena. Nice.
Great check with the 5P. Kellan on the tightrope. Hotashi good block from the overhead, but doesn't block below. That's just going to be the round there for Kellan. Well, I think we need one more. The super, I don't think it's going to be enough. Scaling looks like it's a little too high. We'll have to see, though. Yeah, not quite. If we went for the wall break super, I wonder if things might have been different. But I think the damage might have been a problem for the super itself.
Kellan there able to get another very strong round, getting the first blood this time, but a gold burst from Hotashi. Oh, no. Oh, you're just dead, huh?
We just go next round, Jobber.
Oh, not quite. You get one last opportunity and just gets caught with the 2S. Set point here for Hotashi.
Kellan without that burst as well. Very scary situation we put in. Hotashi getting the early hit. Not really converting it into too much. Great counter hit there from Kellan. We'll be putting Hotashi in the corner, but unfortunately we steal the core accidentally. I don't know if that's what we tried to do. And now Kellan is just taking it. Oh,
and there it is. Hotashi with a dominating final round, closing it out 3-1 to get into top 48 on the winner's side. Ride or Die as well, coming through with the 18-month resub. Thank you so much and welcome back as we jump into Aboii versus Furbe. We're going to get the big boy Potemkin up against Badguy back-to-back.
And you said it earlier, Jobber, you're like, I don't know if the Potemkin players are really still repping the character, but here's the thing, once a Potemkin player, always a Potemkin player. They play that character, whether it's good or whether it's bad, and that's exactly what Aboii is doing, and right now, that is a great hit to find there with that 2S counter hit. Not gonna be like the biggest combo, but it is still a lot of damage regardless.
And that's the thing, Potemkin's still good. He's still good. Still good, still a major threat, and still gonna perform well. But right now, this is just going to be a slugfest of a matchup. Soul wants to be exactly where Potemkin wants him. Going to get the confirm into the Gigantor Kai. 6H into the flick. Look at that pickup. You tumble forever.
Yeah, flick is just such an impressive, such a good move. And Aboii using it excellently.
My dude's on skates. Little route here.
Up gun flame, preventing Aboii from advancing forward. Would that hit?
Sure, 6P prayers so up. Sure. Oh, wasn't able to quite get the clean hit there. But still, keeping the pressure on. Gonna go for the DP. Gets the wall splat, but not able to get the wall break.
Oh, I appreciate the idea there off the 5P PRC, but unfortunately no dice. And no dice here for Aboii as Aboii takes that round. Loses that round there as Zenford takes it for them. Spring that first, but they're still holding on to it. Early Garuda pressure.
Oh, I tried to go for the Potemkin buster, but there's the burst from Zen. Getting put all the way to the corner though, and now you're just dead. That's it. Straight into the next game. Heavenly Potemkin Buster.
Yeah, we can start rolling credits now. Like, definitely no questions left to ask on whether or not that will kill. Aboii confidently taking the last round right there for game number 1. Perfect way to end it there for Potemkin as well.
Yeah,
Aboii still looking really good on this character.
Of course, yeah, he's been playing Aboii for playing Potemkin for a very long time. All right, and he's one of the best Potemkin players in North America. So no surprise that he's still performing well deep into season, all the way into season 5, deep into this game.
Oh, interesting. Going for the JTD right there. Woo.
A little bit of a funky conversion there. Not quite able to get that close slash that we wanted. Oh, trying to go for the 6H whiff punish. Big ideas.
And a revolver, but not the RC overhead cancel. Ball catches in Furbe trying to retreat. Hammerfall gained the knockdown. Or Heat Tackle gained the knockdown. Let's see all the words here with these Potemkin moves.
Yeah, gonna get the 5H knife edge chop. I think he probably could have killed earlier on after that RC, but just went for the Garuda reset. Oh my god, eating the 6H right off the bat.
Yeah, let it rip. 6H round start. You love to see it. Fafnir. Okay, great response there from Aboii with the far slash.
Look at him zooming with that hammer fall. Gonna get the Potemkin Buster off the stagger. You're still in the corner, nowhere to run.
First, in response to the Potemkin Buster attempt from Aboii, flick on the gunflame. Furbe realizing it, having to respect it, trying to advance forward for these 5Ks that Aboii is tossing out and just continuing to wall out Furbe. Is in that situation, is you gotta be playing here. You gotta be playing perfectly there, blocking every single one of those moves that Aboii is going to be tossing out as that Gigantic Kai is on top of you. And unfortunately, we were not able to successfully block out that tap dust. Aboii now another game on the board, looking to get that 3-0 right off the bat.
Empty jump 5D is a little easy. But yeah, like I said, hooking up a 3-0 now. Furbe really gonna have to dig deep to try and brawl back with this, but it can be difficult, right? Soul has to get up close and brawl with you, and getting up close to Potemkin is one of the scariest places.
Yeah, and I think like Aboii really knows that too. I mean, just watching Aboii's play, just really great neutral all around. The way we're also just setting up these preemptive walls on Furbe, I talked about before, but setting up the 5K, the 2Ds, the 2Ks even, right? Right there, we're seeing the 5K. So like if Furbe chooses to run forward or chooses to advance with Vortex, we're not really going for a Vortex, but if you choose to run forward, that has a very high chance of actually catching Furbe. And Aboii is definitely able to instantly be able to capitalize off of if he finds those hits, as we're going to be capitalizing off that hit right there into the Heavenly Potemkin Buster. Will it be enough? Not quite.
I just want to highlight the great use of the IBFD that round as well there from Aboii, right? Was able to push out Zen multiple times, leading to that mortal counter on the 2D. Speaking of mortal counters, there's one on the Heat Tackle.
Go through the pressure, looking pretty simple. There's the Potemkin Buster, but getting smoked by the DP from Furbe. Unfortunately, the 2H is not going to combo there, so that pushback was just a little too much. Good block on the over at that time off the fast cancel RC.
Oh, big mortal counter there with the 5H. Just gonna get the wall splat and still unable to break the wall. Really unfortunate there for Furbe.
Yeah, now you are in the corner instead. Furbe getting hit by the Gigantic straight to the face. But because that Aboii was not able to get a kill combo in that position, Gold Burst from Furbe as a final Hail Mary will not end up working out here. Counter at 6H. Burst still on the side of Aboii. Furbe not able to kill just yet, but will absolutely be able to take this round. Red RC 6H means we get a guaranteed first base in the process.
Oh, I think that was meant to be a Potemkin Buster there, but just didn't get it for whatever reason. You just don't let Soul get away with a Vortex for free like that with no meter.
Yo, Furbe's so mean, using the 6H to stub Aboii's toes. It's like, stop it. Stop pressing 5K. What are you doing?
Oh, no. Well, that's all she wrote. 3-0, Aboii drops the combo, but still gonna put the Gigantic Kai mix up. And the, yeah, you can't YRC that.
Oh.
Guess that's a nerf, right? Just removing it.
Yeah, no, but like you said, like removing wall assault is extremely beneficial for Testament. I've actually like talked to some Testament players too, and they're like, yeah, I wish, like I loved getting some really fun, unique combos with wall assault, but this is like a hit I gotta take in order for us to not deal with that.
And gonna be an interesting matchup here too, right? Because obviously Soul always has a difficult time getting in on the opponent. Zoners are the counter to Mr. Badguy here, but Ty gonna try and go in. Soul still has damage for days.
Yeah, it still has damage for days. Oh, yes, go ahead.
I was gonna say that damage is just a little bit more contained to the corner now, more than it used to be, right?
Right. Here we go, Fubuki finding some hits here and there, and a great pickup as well as Ty tries to play as aggressive as possible. But yeah, you just want to be very careful playing against Soul as Testament, because you make one big mistake, one big whiff, and Soul is going to be absolutely chewing through your health bar. But right now, Fubuki is just dancing circles around Ty in this instance, sending Ty through the wall, getting a bit of meter there, and the DP airborne as well.
I like going for the DP to try and counter the air throw. I respect the option. This ends up working out. You gotta be careful. Able to secure a throw. Gets the cross up with the JK into another throw, and Ty able to clutch out the round.
All right. I'm going to give it to Ty. That was a really cool way to close off that round. Okay. And to bring it down. Teleporting to the other side into the 2K. Teleport is always being very tricky. Always having to remember, like, okay, what is Fubuki going to be doing in this instance? And yeah, no, Ground Viper is a great way to get in against certain zoning characters, but unfortunately against a character like Testament, you can't really use it as wildly, so to speak.
Ooh, the teleport in the air, though. Just a fake out. And gets the 6H to close out the round. Fubuki taking charge there.
Going to be starting off this next round with full burst, which can be very important here against such an explosive character like Soul. Great teleport once again. Ty trying to chase down Fubuki with that bar slash, but just going to get smoked there in the air as Fubuki not going to be getting that wall break just yet, but we have that curse apply. Great block on the high arbiter, but went for the low skull projectile that time, and because that Ty was able to get that air dash over and should be able to put Fubuki in the corner instead.
Yeah, harassed with the gun flame. Oh, there's the burst.
Perfect. Using the PRC to confirm that into the 6H ender. Fubuki taking game number 1, but certainly was a hard-fought one. And just really good usage of teleports from Fubuki as well to really throw Ty off kilter when we're trying to approach with explosive options like Ground Viper, like Far Slash, like Fafnir, Bandit Bringer as well. Using these big explosive burst movement options to try and get in against Fubuki, but Fubuki kind of teleporting to the other side and making Ty having to make that hike all over again.
And Ground Viper is just really matchups anyway, right? The Vortex takes you along the ground, which just goes right into Grave Reaper territory. Oh my god, mortal counter on that 2H. Good burst there from Ty. Thinks it's gonna got nasty.
Block. Oh, huge counter hit there for Fubuki as well, right at the max distance of Far Slash as well. Oh, a little too high for the wall break, unfortunately, for Fubuki, and that's going to be a massive counter hit. Bandit Bringer there for Ty. Red RC, though, going to be continuing the scaling on that combo, but still, the half health taken away from Fubuki is a big deal. BRC forward, playing that mind game against Ty off of that wall break, and a great stall there in the air with the teleport feint. Going to be getting a little bit of extra pot shots there against Ty, and a great backdash on the Far Slash is going to be securing us a 2K closer.
Now Fubuki on the verge here of getting a 2-0 lead. Just still playing that spacing game, doing such a good job of just controlling the screen, but what a good call up there. JH to call out the teleport underneath.
Like that Ty is starting to predict when Fubuki's going to go for these teleports as well, like you saw there with that JH. And now Ty is going to be getting this wall break right here.
Opting not to go for a Sidewinder combo there. Maybe wasn't confident they were going to be able to get the clean hit.
Vortex in, but didn't hold it long enough.
Ooh, I like the Bandit Bringer. Catching the backdash there with the close slash, and that's going to be a round for Ty.
up staying in the game, preventing Fubuki from getting that 2-0 for just a little bit longer. But can we close out is the question. Getting instantly hit by that staying state is not a good sign, however. Fubuki reapplying staying state once again. Tai having to play so careful because one hit is going to be that explosion into a combo for Fubuki. And the Crow working overtime, somehow hitting Tai in Vortex.
I would love to also see Tai utilizing some more 6S, right, to try and catch those backdashes or get a longer reaching move to catch Fubuki. Because we keep trying to go for Vortex, but Fubuki ends up just jumping out of the way.
And we also like to go for Bandit Bringer a lot as well. And Fubuki is starting to catch on with these air-to-airs, with these perfect Crow placements as well, just to counteract that. And Tai with the perfect air throw as well. Catching Fubuki, trying to escape the corner, but unfortunately, Fubuki is going to get out regardless. Zoning out Tai. Double Arbiter. Oh, that's just such a tough position to deal with right there, because at that point with such a little health, you just got to be holding FD for your life and really respecting the low and high arbiters, because you can absolutely get chipped out in a situation like that.
Oh, 100% for sure. But Fubuki just doing a good job again, just keeping every single space on the screen covered, making it so difficult for Tai to approach. And for Soul, it's difficult to approach anyway. Much love also to Sajam, friend of the show, coming through with the raid with the extra guac. Welcome, everyone. Just in time for a chaos-free bracket tonight here. Happy Chaos is banned tonight.
I hope you all are excited, because right now we're also just watching Testament versus Soul, two fan-favorite characters on screen. Fubuki really hammering in those backdashes, showing just how good that defense is when you perfectly time those. Tai getting the perfect counter hit as well, but Fubuki denying that with that burst.
Again, catching the backdash there. Nice pickup. Look at that. The 2K off the map near Tumble.
Yeah, and we're feeling pretty confident with just going for that Tyrant Wave wall break right there. Also, because we're so close to that 100 tension, we didn't really care too much about the meter penalty we would have gotten off of it.
Why am I getting hype over a BMB? Because it's a cool-ass BMB. That's why. Because Soul's cool. Oh, but there's the low-altitude air throw. Fubuki back in control now. Arbiter side. Watch out for the lows. We're just running forward.
Yeah, and just jamming the 6P right there as Fubuki takes to the air. Yeah, it can be tough to really believe in the run forward like that because of the existence of Crow. But Tai able to close that one out because of that confidence. Tai with an aggressive burst this time around, but we go straight into the Volcanic Viper. I don't know if that's exactly what we want to do in that situation, as Fubuki is going to be getting an insane amount of reward off of that block.
Yep, and then the wall splat into the 6H. Even if the wall didn't splat there, you were still a goner. Fubuki now sitting at set point, but Tai should be getting burst back in this round.
Teleport to the side, teleport down, avoid the gun flame. Fubuki. Yeah, I like the play from Tai as well, using that gun flame as like a carpet of fire as Fubuki drops down. But now Tai is going to be setting, Fubuki's going to be setting Tai through the wall. And now you have to be worrying about a lot more heroes. You have that staying safe applied immediately. That dust hit as well. Tai spending that burst. And what do you even do in this situation, Jobber?
Yeah, you block, pray for your life, try to find a way to thread the needle. What a throw tech. But this is looking really dire now for Tai. And there's the final hit. Stain State is going to close it. And man, I am still back at that teleport. The teleport right in front of your face into the real end, teleport behind you. That was diabolical. It's going to be CPU up against KingAfrica. CPU, of course, coming in with the Faust, who's looking like a menace this season.
And actually, we're going to be locking into the Jam here. KingAfrica playing the new character here. Jam keeping a lot of her ethos from the previous games, just a very straightforward, aggressive character. You know, generally has stubby normals, but the way she can so quickly move in on you and deal so much damage and have very oppressive nicks is what makes her so strong.
True. And chat, look, we're talking about when you're starting off. You can get far without knowing frame data. Of course, if you want to really progress to intermediate or higher level, that's when you want to start learning frame data in Strive. But at first, you don't need to. You don't know how many people I have fought that have no neutral, but when they hit me, they can do the combo. They can do the combo, but they don't have any neutral. So that's the most important thing first.
Yep. You got to make sure you have the fundamentals before you start to get into the nitty-gritty. And I like that KingAfrica is really starting to layer in the mix with all the different special moves. That low being particularly terrifying. Perfect at low crushing as well, in case CPU is trying to opt for 2P mashes.
Oh, nice. Go for the flip kick there, trying to do the cross-up. A good block from CPU.
Ooh, good job avoiding the bomb bag, but unfortunately not able to actually establish any pressure afterwards. We weren't close enough. CPU should be able to get the wall break right here, going straight into the 6H. We'll be building up just enough near for 100 tension as well, so we'll have to use that on defense if we need to, and there's that YRC coming out.
Just trying to find that last hit. Jam is a bit stubby here, so CPU definitely at the advantage. And 5D with the baseball bat, gonna hit its mark.
Going straight into the next round here. KingAfrica off to a much better start. And this is one of the interesting things about Jam, is that once you get that knockdown, you have to make a decision. Do you want to store a card and sacrifice Oki, or do you just want to go for your Oki? And you constantly have to make that decision off of every knockdown or whenever you're far away from your opponent, and then it's like, okay, are they going to try and approach me? Can I safely get a card up? Because once you get that card, it's going to enhance our specials and enhance the amount of reward we get back to them.
Uh-oh, sending out multiple bombs and the trumpet. Oh, the bomb's actually hitting CPU this time. Still gonna get that far slash into the RC. CPU getting game number 1. And I think, you know, definitely seems like on paper this is going to be a bit of a difficult matchup for Jam going forward, just on the sheer fact that, like we mentioned earlier, Jam is a bit of a stubby character, so Faust is going to be able to keep her out with those long limbs, those big buttons, and especially harassing with those items.
Also, notable thing about the items as well is that Faust's trumpet got buffed. It's it's not your opponent's trumpet anymore. It's finally, it could be your trumpet.
But Jam is a fun character. I don't know if you've been trying her out or not, but she just kind of works. You can just kind of do things with her. She feels really intuitive. And then when you get 50 meter, you can just do dragon kick and completely skip neutral.
No, I've never been a Jam player. I really just stick to one character, and that's it. And that's Ramblethal. So I actually don't own a few of these DLC characters. Just
that's
to
fair.
be completely honest.
Ooh, the dash up and the attempt at the parry. I like the idea, but gonna get caught with the command grab.
Respecting the afro. Okay, we got the hammer as well. Respecting the banana. Counter hit. That's going to be big there. Eating the mini Faust. That's a very good item to have in stock. So KingAfrica is going to play very careful. 6P anti-air. Definitely one of the slower 6Ps, but also one of the bigger 6Ps as well. So if KingAfrica is trying to approach, like we've been talking about, stubby characters, so you don't really have as many ways to kind of get around that 6P if CPU lost into it.
Really, an underrated button for Jam is that 2H, right? 2H, kind of similar to Elfeld's 2H in a lot of ways. It's a good frame trap as well, but also just a good way to catch your opponent off guard. And if you get a counter hit with it too, you get that mortal counter and you're able to follow up into a full combo.
Getting the afro. Okay, I like how we mixed it up as well, because normally when you see the Faust get the afro, normally their exact immediate response is to jump up in the air and go for the afro bomb. But instead, we went for the J2K, mixing things up because Africa was trying to push their advantage on CPU, trying to go for that bomb back toss.
CPU just sending out all the items, getting the trumpet, even more items on deck, just trying to overwhelm KingAfrica.
It's like if KingAfrica is not going to approach, then I'm just going to keep throwing these items and you finally getting that meteor as well. KingAfrica not expecting it. We're just getting bomb after bomb after bomb, and Afro's a lot as well. Getting the mini Faust forward on deck. CPU hitting the 6P yet again.
Man, this is KingAfrica versus Acme here. Just the amount of items, the Looney Tunes shenanigans going on from CPU up 2-0.
Now, I'm really curious if we're going to be seeing a character swap or if we're going to continue to stay on the Jam. Looks like we're going to be sticking onto the Jam as far as I know. Yeah, there we go. Locking into the Jam one more game. See if we can take one here against CPU. But CPU just looking so solid.
I think Jam is really good. I honestly think Jam is a really good character. It's just going to take some time to get comfortable in these high-level matchups, right?
It's kind of similar. Well, I wouldn't say like it's not a one-for-one example, but like it's kind of similar to a character like Slayer, where like very good character, but you also have to, you have some polarizing matchups, right? That you have to work around.
Yeah, I mean, Jam falls into the same category as Soul, rushdown character that has some difficulty getting in on you know, characters with good zoning options. Here's the back throw here from CPU. She does have a kind of a better vortex. Puffball
That is true. Yeah, Puffball remaining very good. looks like nothing has really changed from the previous games.
Oh, the far slash mix, just a little too far away. KingAfrica able to escape. Oh, but what a challenge. Yeah, there's a lot of recovery there on that command dash if you don't go for the puffball, so you really have to catch your opponent sleeping at the wheel if you want to throw them.
Yeah, I also really like how CPU is also defending with 2K because that does cover multiple options. If KingAfrica is going for the jump low, then that will actually beat that option as well. So you can't really as reliably low crush CPU with that move.
Puffball there, but locked down by Mini Faust. Here we go, bombs away. Oh no.
Doing it for your troubles. Bomb's gonna explode in the air. We got meteors. KingAfrica into the bomb again. Another bomb coming as well. CPU unfortunately getting into the bomb hitbox. Into that bomb hitbox again. We gotta play careful. And look, just KingAfrica finally hit, but unfortunately not able to see it through because of the bomb pressure.
Oh, what a parry going into the RC, but couldn't follow up because of Mini Faust. Let's go for the OTG into the cross up. Nice defense there from PU, and the reversal super.
I think this might be enough here. We will have to see.
Not
No,
quite.
not quite. KingAfrica still alive.
There it is. I was waiting for Dragon Kick RC. It's such a good option. And KingAfrica able to get the throw, securing a round and staying in the fight.
Man, this matchup is so conflicting as well because normally it's like when you're at full screen against a character, you feel very comfortable with setting up your cards for free. But unfortunately, when you do that, you're giving Faust so much space to work with. So we have to find that hit first. And we got all 3 cards to work with. KingAfrica looking to be in a really solid position, especially because we have CPU in the corner, but having to relieve that space as CPU tries to escape.
God!
There it is. Dragon Kick into the corner. Gold Burst coming in from CPU. Backdash attempt, but getting smoked.
Yeah, 6P Dragon Kick is a war crime. It does so much damage. Oh, no RC on the Dragon Kick this time, just chasing up. Wasn't quite able to get the juggle on the Mini Faust.
The OTG, IB. We don't quite have the enhanced Dragon Kick right now, but we still have 100 meters to work with. Puffball, BRC forward, unfortunately Dragon Kick doesn't combo right there. Kind of messed up the timing.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. You can see that KingAfrica is still getting used to the character, right? Figuring out what options to use when, because Jam just has so many tools at her disposal. KingAfrica able to secure the round, getting a game on the board.
Yeah, and now we finally have a set on our hands. CPU looking so dominant for so long, but Jam starting to, KingAfrica starting to get his bearings with the Jam, and I'm expecting to see some pretty close games moving forward here. I think once again, I think the big game changer here is if we can get those cards. Just having access to the enhanced Dragon Kick and also having access to 100 tension as well is going to be very important to do with CPU.
Yeah, I find that, you know, the enhanced Dragon Kick and the enhanced low are the better options, right? Enhanced low keeps you plus on block, allows you to keep maintaining that pressure, and obviously the enhanced Dragon Kick is just insane for damage.
Right. And Faust is just such a big character too if we're not crouching. So Dragon Kick is going to be hitting Faust a lot more often than it would against other characters. Unfortunately, that approach was not the correct play there. CPU taking a very confident round to push us on to set point. We saw a burst as well, eating the bomb, grabbing the trumpet as well, so KingAfrica having to respect it.
Yeah, forced to block. Slowing CPU to get even more items out. Oh no, mortal counter on the 6H, right back to square one. Slowly walk to the corner.
Okay, no burst coming in from KingAfrica. Wanted to hold on to it after this wall break, but that does spell positive bonus here for CPU. And KingAfrica has yet to build any cards. There's one card, and CPU kind of waiting for KingAfrica to go for those cards, because once we get that enhanced Dragon Kick, CPU knows that's kind of a game ender right there.
Oh, man, CPU's left-right blocks have been actually insane. I don't think KingAfrica has hit a single cross-up yet.
Oh my god, we hardly have any meter here. Rushing forward, the 5P check from CPU, preventing the run forward from KingAfrica. Mini Faust on the table, Trumpet as well. We have no meter, and KingAfrica knows that we cannot FD all of that, and unfortunately, that will be it for KingAfrica versus Nagoriyuki. Like he said, I don't remember the last time I've seen Snorlax and Walter play, but I know I've seen this matchup here and there over the course of this game. But a lot of things we talked about is going to be very relevant here. And also, Nagoriyuki being a big body is very relevant for Millia, because it allows her to go for a cross-up mix a lot easier than other characters. Ooh! Yeah, Beyblade right through the disc.
That one's for Noodle Knot, coming through with the sub. And just absolutely executed here with the 6H slashes.
Dude, they gotta nerf 6H damage. Why does it do that much? Why does a button get to do that much damage?
It's the Executioner slash, your head on a block.
Okay, but yeah, there's that 2H coming through. Especially once you're in level 3 blood gauge, 2H becomes extremely good against Millia, just because of how much bigger it becomes and how much more airspace it denies against Millia. But yeah, once again, you still have to play very careful when it comes to using 2H, because it is slower, right? It's still one of his slower anti-airs, and if Millia is already in the air, it's a lot easier to avoid with an option like Capel to launch yourself forward. But yeah, really carrying on the essence of the Hotashi versus Kellanmatch. OneTrueSnorlax taking game 1 extremely quickly there against Walter, as we really just decimated that health bar.
Snorlax, though, not quite as unhinged in the pressure as we saw from Hotashi. I say that lovingly. Oh, trying to go for the install there, but actually getting stuffed out by the 2K. Now sitting at level 3 blood, 1 tick away from popping, just has to hold all this pressure.
Yeah, 5K whiff, and another great response from Walter, just being able to recognize when we're whiffing or when we're trying to, take a little bit more than what we really can afford to go for, right? And going for that install, right, was a great reaction from Walter, utilizing the startup a bit and then punish it appropriately. Just good play all around there from Walter to take that round here against Snorlax. Just don't want to get hit in this instance. You just gotta continue to put OneTrueSnorlax in the blender here, not blocking the overhead that time, not blocking the cross up low. Same side low, but that's going to be a deflect shield from Snorlax, not wanting to deal that offense, and there it is. The problem with the 2H double-sided sword there. Big normal, but it's so easy to avoid if Millia's already in the air.
Big combo here. Gonna be able to kill with the super straight into the winger. Take to the skies. Walter tying things up 1 apiece.
All right. Great clap back there from Walter. Really adapting to Snorlax's play. And just taking that game right there. Both of the players really just snowballing once they're able to get any sort of advantage. OneTrueSnorlax, obviously, because of how much damage we do and the fact that we can kind of just close it out in 1 or 2 hits. But Walter, taking advantage of the fact that Nagoriyuki has slower buttons, took a hit to his anti-air game, and also just being a bigger body in general.
See if this big body can push forward. Get this 2-1 lead. Oh, big whiff there. Nice throw from OneTrueSnorlax, but Walter just going to wake up with the immediate burst. Both of them bursting at each other, but only one getting the gold.
Oh, yeah, trying to air dash forward, getting hit by the 2H from Snorlax, and now we're going to go into the install. Not really going to get too much reward off of this, though, but Walter still has to be very cognizant about the reach of the buttons that Snorlax is continuing to toss out in this position.
About to run out, but didn't really do anything to actually build up blood there. So just a net 0 gain, put yourself at level 3.
but you always want to toe the line on level 3 as well, because that's where you get the most reward off of it. Deflect shield from Snorlax, closing that distance against Walter, but we just cannot find a hit. Walter is being so, honestly, very annoying for Snorlax, right? You know, trying to hit these 5Ks, these fire slashes, but Walter always just within reach, but not quite there.
You can feel the close slash anti-air nerf, right? You can feel how bad it is for Nago in a matchup like this against Millia. In a lot of situations where OneTrueSnorlax would just be able to hit close slash, now just has to hold the pressure.
I like how we're starting to throw these turbo falls a lot more often as well. We've been doing a good job blocking them previously, but starting to throw them is giving us a lot more advantage to work with, as now we're able to establish close slash pressure.
Go 6P into the DP, trying to bait out the burst there for sure, but no bite.
Back in the early knockdown with the 6H, probably trying to avoid a potential burst from Walter.
Far away for that 5K punish. Only one hit of the DP, building up dangerously close now to that blood. Nice with the JP, blocks the burst, but doesn't get the punish.
Yeah, the 5K not find its mark there against Walter, and that's so bad because Snorlax had the read. The crosser from Walter. Ooh, can't get the wall break off of that. BRC, pause the game, see what we're doing.
Yeah, but out of tension here.
And that's forward to negate the deflect shield. Capel, great blocks. Snorlax, the backdash, trying to escape. Great block still so far. 2K, 2D, respecting the Capel. Oh, sorry, not respecting the Capel, respecting the Lush Shaker. But that air dash cross up, JH will do the job. Snorlax putting on such a great defense towards the end, but unfortunately not able to reclaim that turn back.
The air dash actually catching the start of a Beyblade there, so OneTrueSnorlax was just trying to get out of dodge. Just too big of a hitbox though, but incredible defense. What a blocking sequence. Sadly, unable to weather the
Duel 1.
All right, now Walter with the advantage, one game up over Snorlax. Snorlax going for a much more simple round start there with DP and his follow-up. This is a very big wall in case Walter decides to jump forward. There it is, 2H, another big wall that Walter has to respect. Not gonna be enough. Walter though, almost dead here. Fukio back, getting a trade. Very favorable for Snorlax because that does mean a chip kill is possible. And Walter F-ing for his life, losing a lot of meter in the process.
Nice, getting that JH.
Dude, I can tell Snorlax so badly wants to press a button. Snorlax so badly wants to do something.
Yeah, trying to go for the 6P there.
We got blocking out deflect shield, spending all over burst. And the 6P! Finally finding its mark there as that far slash whiff.
The 5K there, off round start, putting yourself at level 3 blood immediately. Let's hope this pays off. Oh, 2H, big whiff. This time gonna get some chip damage in the air, and now hitting that mortal counter, getting the immediate burst out of Walter.
They're going for those 2Hs, 3 2Hs in a row. That's because Walter's going for that airborne approach a lot more often and not going for the grounded one that we've been trying to mix in here and there to try and punish that 2H attempt. Counter hit there from Walter is big. Deflect shield just going to negate the cross-up potential of Turbo Fall.
Close slash.
I see we're at prime 2H distance, but Snorlax not wanting to press it because Walter is also respecting it there. We're not going for anything too crazy when it comes to pushing our advantage in that situation as a way to bait it out.
Oh,
that's enough?
Wow! The extra wall break damage actually killing there. Was not expecting that.
Oh man, Snorlax just cannot swat this fly. H-disc into the empty jump low. To drop it back to the ground, keep this corner pressure. S-disc actually reaching past the 2H. That's going to be a massive hit there for Walter. Snorlax getting that burst back, but we are very low health. good interaction from Walter will do the job here. Snorlax, though, having the corner position, building up that risk on Walter as well, draining some of that meter as Walter's FDing Snorlax for his life, and that's going to be a wall break there from Snorlax, evening up the life differential between the two players.
Ooh. Sure. He's executed there with the 6H, and now we are going to game 5 here in this top 48 winners. Winner of this match actually does move on to face Peluna. And I believe, yeah, Peluna, I believe, is a Dizzy player.
I believe you're correct. But don't quote me on that. You're probably right. You're probably right, so I'm gonna trust you.
Yeah, Peluna is definitely like one of the highest ranked players in line for.
Duel 1.
Can we get that on stream? It's in the queue. So you're gonna be seeing that.
This is top 48 winners, as you see there, middle of the screen. So there is a lot on the line here to try and make it into top 8. I believe you just need to win 2 rounds from this point on.
Oh, Goldlewis gonna be blocked. That is unfortunate for Walter. Now stuck with no get out of jail free card, except your own movement.
That's such a huge resource to lose. But OneTrueSnorlax also spending that burst as well. So a lot of resources spent on both sides. Super reversal. Will this hit? No, it will not. And that's just going to be easy punish for Walter. But even with the super damage, I don't think we have it. No, never mind. Never mind. We got it. I just can't believe in Millia damage.
She does damage. She's been doing damage since season 3. Gave her that new special move. Gave her some damage. Now in 2.0, Bad Moon is a hard knockdown if she hits it from high enough, which is just evil.
Most of the time, it's not getting a hard knockdown, though.
Oh, but there we go. That mix up right there. Bad Moon into fast RC low is so good. One of the best tools that Millia actually has. And there's the hard knockdown with the Bad Moon.
Dude, I'm glad I don't have to block this. Let me say that much. Here we go. Deflect shield. I really like how we use the deflect shield on the Bad Moon as well, because it is a multi-hitting move. Does mean that you get more of a pushback than you would otherwise with other moves. Same theory with Lush Shaker and the way you would FD that as well.
Oh, and there it is. The Capel just hitting its mark. Big meaty men bumping meat here on Monday Night Strive.
Alrighty, let's get right into it. Game number 1, round number 1, round start. 2K and no response from Hotashi. We're just gonna hold it. No, we can't backdash that.
Oh, but there's the gold burst. See how aggressive we gonna get. Nice jump over the clone. Okay, Red.
Save the drone once again. Getting hit by the drone in the process. Still no recovery of our moves. Yeah. What are we doing again, Jobber? Big meaty men doing what?
Bumping meat. Slapping meat.
Yeah, because that's what we saw right there. We're going to be seeing it again right here with a big counter hit like so. 6H. Now that is the big meaty move that Nagoriyuki is known for. 6H. Oh my god. Why did just delete his health bar like that?
Big buttons, and that's one of the behemoths right there they got nerfed, right? The fast low that side swaps, you can't combo immediately into another behemoth without meter. Uh-oh. Nice. Big pickup here. Got to get the wall splat, and there it is. Hotashi with a 6H closing out a round.
All right. 2 rounds going really quickly. Dude, this is big body health, but they are still chunking each other's health bars. RedIAmNot moving forward with the JD, but a great IBFD is going pushing RedIAmNot just a little too far away, so we couldn't keep that pressure going. Now Hotashi with it back against the wall, has nowhere else to run to. Holding the tap does and not blocking it, getting sent to the wall. Not able to get the kill just yet. RedIAmNot, though, in such a good position, though, because when you're at that low of health, it just still feels like checkmate.
RoboKai, you know?
Yeah, all right. Maybe we will. I'm really interested to see what RoboKai shenanigans will be doing, because there's just so much you can do with that character. Just like there's so much you can do when you have full security gauge like so, and RedIAmNot going to be popping that Skyfish on Hotashi from full screen. Hotashi's still able to close that distance because we are at that level 3 blood gauge now. Big hit there on the BT into the drone. Doesn't block the overhead.
Nice. That was a dominating round there from RedIAmNot. Air Behemoths in this version also pretty scary. All right, nice blocking the overhead. Use those plus frames there against the 5P counter hit.
Ooh, really trying to bank it in on the command grab. That was just so far away that RedIAmNot was so easily able to avoid it. Hotashi's health bar really being chunked out. So it is with us. So is the same to be said here against RedIAmNot as well, as we just hit that 2-6H's. Just look at Hotashi's life, RedIAmNot's life now. We have 100 mirror into the super. Multi-hitting super, so this should be a guts crush for the kill. Yep.
And dead. Hotashi tying up the rounds here, keeping that burst going into this next round as well. Gonna immediately spend it to make sure that Red does not gain the early momentum. Guard Crush City, look at this.
Skyfish coming out now. That's going to be actually kind of beneficial for RedIAmNot, it feels, because, well, obviously because you got a hit there on Hotashi, but also because it reduced the amount of blood gauge we had on Hotashi, so we didn't have the level 3 normals anymore by the time we were able to get up after the Skyfish hit.
Oh my goodness, RedIAmNot currently up 2-0, trying to get into this top 8 on the winner's side.
Yeah, it really feels like watching this set, it's you either win or you lose, right? And, you know, you, like, it's either one person finds the first hit and then they just run away with it, or the other person finds their hit and they just snowball as well. Feels very one-sided so far.
Duel 1.
So, if everything really relies on that round start interaction, RedIAmNot may be in the clear for now. No command grab coming through. Hotashi going to buy us a little bit of time. Security gauge with the drone. Great air-to-air there from Hotashi to regain control, regain that momentum, and a great counter hit. He's going to be sending RedIAmNot through the wall here. 6H Ender. Just at the line of blood gauge, and going to pop the install.
Oh, but trying to jump, getting caught there by the Gatling gun. Nice block on the low behemoth. Double lows coming through. A little bit too far away for the wall bounce.
Hotashi out of the corner, but using that throw to get him back in. Throw again. OTG behemoth, not enough. BRC into the air throw.
Oh, but a massive drop there on the far slash. I'm pretty sure Hotashi was expecting that to be a close slash pickup. Just unfortunate.
Okay, goal burst. Round started. Yeah, Hotashi has had enough. It's like, you know, I'm going to have one more opportunity to make this work. I'm going to make this work. Reversal super. Yeah, Hotashi is just full sending it at this point. Hotashi does not have a care in the world. And RedIAmNot does not have to care for that much longer. Super, will this be enough? Fully turned.
I don't think so. No, not quite. Any other character would have died, but Nago, a big boy. Hotashi, though, knew it was the end. RedIAmNot with a 3-0 victory, moving on to top 8 winners side. Versus Millia. The girls are out and they are fighting.
I'm excited to see how this one's going to play out here as we get into round number 1. Round start, just going for the S disc. And Peluna blocking it out. Okay, yeah. Ice Spike grabbing Walter from behind as we try to approach. There's Ice Fish as well, setting up the wings. I think we're just going to get it right here. We're buying ourselves enough time.
Oh, yep, there they are. The
it is active. Aww.
For like a split second because we didn't really have any meter.
Yeah.
The Ice Spike here. Finally getting knocked down. Can Walter make this comeback? Peluna still has burst and things get a little too dicey.
Okay, there it is. The 6H Bad Moon Artemis wall break there on Peluna. Peluna does have 100 tension to use, also has burst available, and using that PRC so smartly there, realizing Walter was in the middle of that air dash animation and was able to wall Walter out in regain control there of a neutral. Good play there from Peluna. But now going into round 2, Walter off to a much better start here. Has Peluna in the corner. And also, I'd like to throw reset as well to keep Peluna locked in the corner for even longer as we start to stack up that damage.
Oh, but the 5
What a 5P!
anti-air. Crazy, and that's going to lead to pressure here on the wall and a wall break.
S-Disc round start as well after that wall break. And Walter just so cleanly taking that next round there. Propel forward. Find the JH, but unfortunately not able to convert this into any real combo here at the moment.
Just run, and unfortunately running themselves into the corner. Not where you want to be. Bad Moon gonna hit its mark, and the Capel catching you.
Now, a lot of these Bad Moons finding their hit, but Peluna is going to be finding a big hit there on that first bait, setting up the wings yet again. This time we'll have more meter to work with, but Walter perfectly timing that YRC just as the wings were about to go active and stopping them in the process.
Oh, the chestnut actually catching. That was a weird interaction there. I also really like the use of just the low altitude JD, right? Putting out that fire orb to kind of be a wall to prevent Walter from staying in the skies. Peluna is doing such a good job playing around Millia's strength.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really think like the key move in this matchup too is is the orb, right? I mean, that's just good in general. The way it just blocks off lanes of the screen that Millia wants to be in. But also the spikes. The ice spike is really, really good. We see Peluna go for it a lot, not only as a way to end pressure on the ground, but also as a way to wall out Millia if she's trying to approach from the air because of reach is so far up. Okay, playing the S-Disc. The fire arrow also being another important tool to use.
Getting barely clipped. That 2H is a hell of an anti-air too. The way that it swings right above her.
Do we really like the Wings of Light?
It's good. Wings of Light is just really good to force your opponent to interact, right? Because once the wings are out, they want to get rid of them, meaning that they're going to come to you and try and hit you, throw you, do something. So it's just a tool for really forcing an interaction. Oh, wow. Here comes the Gamma Ray. Are you dead off of this?
No, right?
It does a lot of damage. And plus the wall break.
No, right?
Not
yeah,
quite.
No. I would have ate my sock if that killed.
Yeah, rare to see Gamma Ray 100-meter super.
Good throw. H-Disc coming through. Luna blocking this all out. Counter hit, instant burst from Walter. Once this round, we gotta play this perfectly. You cannot get hit, but so Peluna cannot get hit either. In the air though, in response to the cross up. What a play from Peluna.
Where do you think you are flying? Peluna definitely very well versed in this matchup. You can tell. But Walter, not one to just back down. Already taking the lead here, getting the counter hit JH. A little too far away for the 6H follow-up after that close slash. That pushed out really far.
Yeah, but the fast PRT was smart from Walter to keep that pressure going as Peluna tried to escape that 2K2D being such a momentum swing there for Walter. And with this health advantage, it's going to be really hard for Peluna to come back, as we're seeing with that Bad Moon ender right there. Peluna actually, doing a great job of blocking a lot of Walter's mix-ups, but really struggling to block these Bad Moons. But honestly, like without meter, I don't think there's really too much of a risk to actually taking these hits from Bad Moons because we're not really getting a hard knockdown off of them. And we're also not really getting a combo off of them either.
Neutral jump. It's the 5E. 5E moneymaker button here for Walter.
That Capel cross up, getting the throw on Peluna.
Oh, Capel into PRC, drifted down. Okay, Walter, tying up the game.
Yeah, so that's actually really smart too, because remember when Peluna was reacting to the Capel before in that last round, where we just reacted to it and air through it. So using that PRC drift down would negate that option from Peluna.
Yeah, I mean, good call there. Walter, so well-versed character, had an incredible run at Frosty Fausties as well. Can't wait to see how they're going to perform in the offline tournaments, leading throughout all of 2.0.
I mean, Common Breaker's coming up soon. We're about a month away from Common Breaker.
True.
Oh, Common Breaker this year is going to be so sick. Of course, we got Strive, right? And then we also have Blaze Blue returning to the main roster. Climax of Night is also merging with Combo Breaker to bring Melty Blood type Lumina and Actress again at Combo Breaker as the main game.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting time for sure. And there's so many good fighting games out. This is one of the best times to be a fighting game fan.
Absolutely. A lot of new games on the horizon. We had a bit of a lull right here where, you know, it was like Street Fighter 6, then Tekken 8, then Mortal Kombat 1, like all coming out in the same year. And then we had like a bit of a lull. And then 2XKO kind of like led the charge, revitalizing some new fighting games here. Here we go. We're all about Guilty Gear Strive tonight as we get into this next game. Game number 3 between Walter and Peluna. Already trying to prevent Walter from approaching through the air that easily there by setting up the high ice fish and also the fire arrows as well. Michael Sora sending Walter to full screen. And now this is just a standard zoning game here from Dizzy. Not something we've seen too much from Peluna so far, but something that ended up working there as Walter was not able to make our way in.
I like this change here from Peluna. Just ice field into projectile spam. And obviously because the projectile's homing on the opponent, it's preventing Walter from staying in the air.
Yeah, and I mean, preventing him from staying in the air, but also with the... Oh, I love that play with the hair car right there. But yeah, no, because we're also freezing the floor, it makes it also hard for Walter to approach from the ground as well, right? So it's like, okay, do you approach from the ground and risk like an option like hair car like we saw right there? Or do we approach from the air and try to get around the fire arrows and the ice?
Oh, the fully charged 5D baits the burst 2. Your soul is mine.
You know, Jobber, in an instance like that, what I really want to see Strive add is burst throws again. Can we get that?
I want burst throws. That's my biggest ask. More than instant kills, I want the ability to throw bursts back.
Like, instant kills, whatever, sure, we don't need it. But burst throws? Come on. Like, there is literally no downside to having a burst throw in the game.
It's not even optimal. It's always optimal to block the burst. It's specifically for psychological damage.
Great trade there from Peluna, widening that distance there against Walter, setting up the ice fort yet again. And in this last few rounds, Peluna has just been in absolute control here, setting up such a potent zoning game plan. I like the usage of the super as well to continue to create that distance, widen that gap between them and Walter. Perfect. Set point for Peluna. Are we going to see a Dizzy top 8?
We might have to see. There's the wall break here from Walter. You can never count Walter out. Like Roger said, it's not over till it's over.
Yup, and that counter hit giving Peluna just enough time to set up the wings while in the middle of the combo. Look at the damage that we're able to get right there. The burst going to clear the wings, but it's all right. Peluna still has plenty of meter to work with here. Should be able to get 200 meter here soon. Are they going to spend it on YRC backdash?
Quite done yet. YRC comes out.
Oh, and because we launched him far enough away, we're able to safely go for the Michael Sword in that instance. Fire arrow comes out, locking out the air approach from Walter. But as we try to go for the fire arrow once again, we got caught by the Capel.
Setting out the chestnut. Oh, gonna be able to get the 6P into the Michael Sword, set up the ice field, time to zone once again. 2 H hits its mark. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's like you set the ice form, we gotta approach from the air, but when we approach from the air, it becomes a lot more predictable to try and shut down Walter's approach, and the Wings of Light activating during the grab to guarantee Peluna the kill, guarantee the Peluna the win, and that is our top 8 winning in right there. I mean, the wall assault removal was big as well, you know, making certain characters viable again. So, you know, it just feels really good all around, and I've also been having a blast, like, getting back into Strive and playing it actively again.
Time to ride the birthday train here. Will Red be able to ride it all the way to winners finals? Or is MacMens gonna put a stop to it?
Ooh,
okay, we're good.
Okay, let's not have connection issues. Put a stop to this match as we're going to try to keep this going here. JD approach. Oh, I like the usage of the Fujin to blow through the drone and get some hits in against RedIAmNot there. Trying to poke the drone yet again, but RedIAmNot not budging.
Gonna hit.
There it is, Fujin through the drone yet again.
Just brutal. MacMens with a hard knockdown. Still plenty of mirror to work with. Going for the safe jump. Gotta watch out. 100 tension on Red's side. And there it is. Down with the system.
Yeah, but MacMens, those Anji guts really coming through, and I love the respect that MacMens is giving RedIAmNot as well, trying to play outside that BT range. But look at our meter just completely dissipating as an attempt to block all the Skyfish chip damage. Okay, there we go. We get the OGG with the 5H. And MacMens going to be taking round 1. Definitely a very close one, though. 5H round start, going to get punished.
Oh, nice block on the cross-up attempt there. Turn is over after that Behemoth Typhoon.
Oh! Yeah, that's going to be an instant burst from RedIAmNot. Right behind the drone. And not wanting to press buttons behind the drone as well, because MacMens has shown that we are just going to Fujin right on through if you let up your guard one moment.
Oh my god. Yeah, Red was not even expecting that Behemoth Typhoon to connect with that backwards drift RC. Oh, what a poke. Zero fear from MacMens.
Yeah, zero fear as we let the counter super rip. We're not close enough to the wall for the wall break, but we have that corner position to work with. Also, FDs from RedIAmNot trying to push MacMens away, but this stagger pressure, these pressure resets from MacMens keeps RedIAmNot guessing, and MacMens going to be taking game number 1. We saw the results before. We saw that, you know, there's that 3-1, the 3-0, right? You know, can go either way for either of these players, and it looks like MacMens is going to be the one taking that early game advantage.
It's like, unless things change, whoever goes up 2 games is going to win the whole set, right? That is the math that we have seen between these two before. So let's see if the numbers still play out the same.
Yeah, we'll just have to see here, because game number 2 could go completely differently in RedIAmNot's favor if we make the proper adaptations in response to how MacMens is playing, because MacMens is playing very conservative. It's feeling like it's very hard to exploit MacMens' habits here in neutral, because we're just really amplifying the mind games Anji can play just off of Fujin alone.
Drift up RC. Immediate burst there from Red. Oh, nearly got punished, but instead just going to eat the 5D into the explosion. You're going straight through the wall. RedIAmNot with a considerable lead here in that positive bonus. Oh, stepping on the Jays. Scuff the Jays. It's crazy, that 5K.
Yeah, filling him up with lead there. MacMens, though, so we're starting off this next round with plenty of bursts to use, getting knocked up by these overhead behemoths. Just behemoths in general, as we just continue to wail on MacMens' block. And I love how we jump to the other side to avoid the fish and also punish it in return. MacMens at a disadvantage when it comes to the health differential between these two players here. But MacMens starting to close that gap with this combo, sending RedIAmNot through the wall. RedIAmNot had full security gauge at 200 tension. MacMens going to be at 200 tension here. And there it is. Burn it down, coming through from the other side into the down with the system. That will not be enough to kill.
Call that combo burn it down system.
Burn down the system, right?
Oh, here we go. Throw out of the corner. Oh, that was a hard call out.
Very spooky there. Yeah, just set up drone into Skyfish. Yeah, that's tough.
Difficult, yeah. Already committed to the Midare there, so was just going to get caught by the gunshot. I think probably was expecting Red to run in behind the drone, which normally Goldlewis players do, but that was a good call out for Red to just sit back and let the gun rip.
Yeah, and there's only so many options it feels like you can go into like after spin right there. So trying to go into fish was, you know, a play, but ended up not working out in MacMens' favor. I'm wondering if maybe we can like start to air dash over the Skyfish a little bit more often, but you know, that's easier said than done.
Oh, what a JD. Another JD. Still one of the best jump in normals in the entire game, even after multiple nerfs.
Yeah, I mean, so big, it's incredibly hard to anti-air, right? Even Anji being a character that is particularly blessed with having a lot of anti-airs at his disposal, specifically with options like Ko, still struggles to actually be able to anti-air that efficiently. 2K, we have enough meter, but opting to go for the Skyfish, and that will actually be enough.
I love combos in Skyfish. So good.
And honestly, it is optimal too, right? With a high guts character like Anji, going for multiple hits like that is important to make sure that you can confirm the kill. Overhead goes blocked. JD coming through. Oh my god, what a counter hit there from RedIAmNot. Burst comes out from MacMens. 5k hit. Unfortunately, no combo. Fujin coming through. JD outside of that JD range.
What a 5H. Still not dead though. It's a beefy boy. Gonna send out the laser to force a mix-up.
Okay. Yeah, the instant Fujin cancel into the Nagi. Hello.
Did we do deflect shield there? What happened? Was that a deflect shield? I couldn't tell because of the laser.
There's too much going on the screen. I couldn't really tell either.
Because the laser just passed through. I had to have been a deflect shield. That's the only thing I can think of.
It gets blocked. First comes out, sets up the drone. He's going to respect it all the way and then use that Fujin to get that whiff punish there against RedIAmNot. Red RC to keep it going, and the perfect from MacMens launches him into a 2-1 over RedIAmNot. This might be the MacMens game to set to win if the trends we've seen are going to be spelling anything here. But game 5 definitely still a possibility here.
Numbers don't lie. Right now, they're spelling disaster for RedIAmNot here in this top 8. MacMens one game away. And remember, though, MacMens has only ever gotten second place at TNS. They are trying to make this their night. And with a win over RedIAmNot, putting themselves firmly in winners finals, they are one step closer to being a TNS.
Yeah, getting real close. If MacMens gets this one, yeah, he'll be in such a good position to actually win his first TNS, so that's going to be super hype if we see that, or if RedIAmNot is just going to wall out MacMens from that possibility. But a great start for MacMens, starting off game number 4 here. 2P mash, going to be stopping RedIAmNot from trying to establish pressure, maybe with like a close slash. Ooh, clashing with the 2P. He's going to win that interaction there. Fujin overhead, finds his mark on RedIAmNot. Nagia going to end the turn.
Below this
Demon.
time, it's going to be a mortal counter. Yeah, you got to burst there. MacMens was absolutely going to explode. Gets the 5D, and that's going to be the round.
Yeah,
With
looks
the
like
super?
it.
No! Why didn't you go for super? Not
Oh my
MacMens,
God.
please.
Oh no no no
Please,
no no no
please,
no no
please.
no 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 no!
Go for the backdash. No!
Oh, no.
Oh my God, MacMens!
Dude, Jobber! MacMens had it twice! He had it twice! So the first Fusion overhead hit, we didn't red RC to extend the combo because we could have gotten the kill there too.
You do
Oh,
not. You
no.
didn't even need the super. All you had to do was press 5P and you would have won. It would have been over.
Okay, okay. Gain the throw. Reestablish our own pressure. Regain control of the momentum. You are on low health. You are really just one touch away from death here against Goldlewis. Burst comes out, and there it is, the burn down coming through. RedIAmNot trying his best to make this the final interaction of the game, but it will not be the case. 5H counter hit. MacMens still in the game, still in this round. The tap does as well, finding his mark, but this is not going to be enough to kill. The wall break damage, not going to be enough. We got positive bonus on the side of MacMens. RedIAmNot has 50 for the deflect shield. Spending it all on the Skyfish there. There it is. MacMens staying in the game.
At that point. And yeah, but unfortunately, they actually wouldn't have been able to kill earlier with that overhead. Anji can't get the pick up on RC anymore off the overhead.
Oh, really?
Only can get the pick up off the low. Yo, sent straight through the wall.
Overhead.
Oh!
Oh no! We just threw away the 100-meter like so. About even health though. Finds the overhead. The IB, but we're still just outside of the range of that 2K. There's probably need to burn it down. Yeah, there it is. The burn it down coming out. Air dashing forward, but getting hit by the 2P. Bit of a weird hit though, as we got tossed into the corner, but RedIAmNot didn't really have like a proper follow up there.
MacMens just kind of flailing there towards the end, going for so many just unsafe swings and getting blown up for it. Now, between these two, we get a game 5 to see who's going to stay alive on the side of the bracket.
It's a KingJobber. MacMens was just throwing the round for extra games here against RedIAmNot. Making it exciting, right? I'm coping here.
And it is exciting all the way here in game 5.
Sorry, duelists. We're getting a game 5. Okay, starting us game 5. Final game between these two players here in winners semis. This is for winners finals, y'all. 2P getting blocked here by RedIAmNot. Both players playing very conservative. I love the 6P into the spin to avoid the behemoth follow-up from RedIAmNot. That's going to be the overhead following through. RedIAmNot also find that cross-up overhead to escape the corner. Now we're back here in mid-screen. Big low hit there on a MacMens, setting up drone to MacMens. Just getting ourselves out. No big hits from either of these players, just small damage here and there.
Behemoth. So there we go. Spin right on in. Deep run in there for the close slash.
Once again, tap dust, finding its mark, comboing off of it with the drone. Just unfortunately, MacMens is not able to find any combos here against RedIAmNot. The OTG does not work there for RedIAmNot, and MacMens is going to get the corner position here against RedIAmNot. Good block on the tap dust. Good block on the second tap dust as RedIAmNot just continues to hold blocking high. And MacMens will be going down around as RedIAmNot is now on set point instead.
Crazy that it's come down to this. MacMens had so much going for him here, and now is on the back foot for the first time in this set. Able to get the low. Dash forward for the throw this time. Send out the butterfly.
There's so much going for MacMens right here, right now with a counter hit like that. Unfortunately, once again, no wall break. We're finding these big counter hits, but we're knocking them a little just too far away to actually confirm these.
Also through the deflect shield too, so MacMens doesn't even have access to burst now and is stuck in the corner, nowhere to run. YRC is gonna get immediately burst. There's the mortal counter, still alive for one more interaction.
I wonder if Skyfish would have killed those. Okay, sending out the butterfly. Burn it down. You gotta respect it now.
Oh, 5D hits its mark, and RedIAmNot moves on to winners final.
Fantastic play all around.
He's dead. So Zappa communicates with the dead. So just have them be together.
Duel 1.
Okay, well, we might be cooking a little too hard here with the glyph inclusion. But we're getting right into where semis where both these players are definitely going to be cooking. Abdur versus Peluna already. Abdur off to a great start. And I like the Millia matchup. Anji's gonna have a lot more tools to get around Peluna's most potent options right here. I mean, the spike can get spun through, Micro Sword can get spun through, and also the spin makes it easier to kind of work around the ice floor. So using that tool effectively is going to be very important. So is Fusion as a way to close that gap between him and Peluna. But so far, no dice, not looking good.
Yeah, first round in Peluna's favor. Pretty dominating round, to say the least. Peluna also able to keep that burst. And chat, look, Vernon ain't happening, all right? You have a better chance of getting Damon and the baby in Season 5 than you have Vernon.
We'll talk about Vernon later. I have my own pitch for him. Wings of Light being activated from Peluna. Ice Fish cross up into the overhead. Counter hit as well as Abdur tried to challenge it. Should be getting active Wings of Light pretty soon here. No! Getting a low there on Peluna. Abdur now using the spin into the Ko. Kind of just shuffling around the screen here, both these players. Red RC as an attempt to burst bait. And we're just going for low committal buttons there with those 5Ps. Also, once again, trying to bait out that burst from Abdur, but none coming out. And now at this point, it's like, is that burst actually even useful at this point? Because if you get hit, you're already dead.
Difficult. Just goes for the gold burst. That's how useful it can be. Gotta be careful though, still one touch away from death, and there it is, pressing on the 2P. Peluna gonna take game number 1 as Ocarina Link came through with a $7.07 to the Matcherino. Young kids meme.
Yeah, game 1 going pretty smoothly there for Peluna. Honestly, not too many hiccups there. Just really solid play all around. I mean, I'm so happy that we have a Dizzy repping in top 8 right now. I'm sure that, you know, Twitch chat loves it, YouTube chat loves it, and the people that are going to be watching the YouTube bot are going to love it too.
For a second, I thought Peluna was the name of like a cocktail, and then I remembered it's a Paloma. Very close.
Yeah. I don't even know what like Peluna is trying to reference. If that's just like an original name we just thought of.
Ooh.
Okay, you know, I'm
nice
little, my words here.
Nice little stop on the run forward, but is gonna get caught in the air by the air throw once again.
I'm gonna block the spike. Yeah, sending out the butterfly. That's a pretty safe option to use here. If you can't approach on the ground, then having a projectile to help eat some of those projectiles that Peluna is going to be tossing out is going to be important. Like we're seeing right there, as we try to send Ice Fish for the butterfly going to eat that first hit. I like the usage of the JK as well, making it right on over the Ice Fish. And Abdur able to get that advantage here in this corner position. Pass BRC down. Ends up working out there for Peluna, but I like the idea. Abdur is going to be able to get this wall break with the super.
Should be able to kill here too with the extra damage. There it is. Abdur finally able to gain some momentum here, but can we keep that ball rolling to an avalanche?
Sword pushing us to full screen, and then the ice floor with the ice spike is now active. Yeah, there it is, trying to set up the butterfly once again, but just a little too close to the ice spike range there, and getting frozen.
Like shield pushing out, but that's just going to allow even more
scary
time for the Wings of Light. 5D RC. The Wings not doing that much damage because we kind of ran out of meter after the RC.
It's okay, getting the Oki with the ice spike into the fish. And Abdur just not having an opportunity to set up the butterfly like we were able to do so before. And not really able to use spin efficiently either from that full screen range. But we were able to find that 6P and try to get something going in this round at least. Overhead hit. Okay, go for the fans that time. And Peluna reacting with the jump.
The ice field making the spin just go nowhere. And there we go. 2P didn't get the push out on the low.
Okay,
Ice Lord just maintaining that forward momentum there, making that low super unsafe.
So he's setting up the wings of light once again. But I'm afraid we might not have much Weird to work with because I'm expecting RC. No, there's no reason to use RC there. Just go for the super.
Oh my god! The super just dropped me!
Huh.
That was so weird! But
Okay,
still,
we'll get the cross the
Peluna,
fish regardless.
one touch away here from closing out the round.
Reacting to the fans once again, but unfortunately just outside that reach, outside the range of our aerial buttons to catch him.
And there it is, Michael Sword hitting its mark. Peluna going up 2-0. What's up, Yuri Cobb? Welcome back. 61 months with a resub.
61 months? That's 5 years? Jeez. That's what we like to see. Long
That was
time
a crazy
since we-
interaction at the end. I wish I could rewind it and see what exactly happened there.
Well, we'll be able to because the YouTube VOD is going to be up tomorrow for y'all's viewing pleasure in case you missed the rest of this finals or you just want to rewatch and get some notes here on this Dizzy play for all you Dizzy players representing the character.
Mankind knew that they could. Duel 1.
Duel 1, let's rock as we get into game number 3. Eventually could just end right here as Peluna is off onto a very good streak here. Just perfect FD range. Perfect FD, putting Abdur at such a dangerous range. Nago.
Ooh, that was fancy. Low gonna be blocked here and punished accordingly. Nice, a fast RC combo into the ice.
Yeah, this space, we're so low on health. I don't think we're really going to try to commit to all too much. We do not want to be in Anji's range terribly much without some projectile to back us up like we're seeing there. Fire arrow set up. Michael Sword pushing back. Back an ice spike. There it is. It is so active at catching Abdur after the spin.
I like the little pause there before we went for the hit though too, trying to bait out a possible hero burst.
First. Yeah, and like he says, just like, you know, there really isn't much of an opportunity cost to popping Wings of Light. You just play normally. If it disappears, it disappears. If it doesn't, well, you're getting an insane amount of reward for doing so. And you're also always playing at this range where you're not really sacrificing much Oki to go for it. And there's that counter super coming through. I'm actually surprised it reached from that range. You hit like the max range of Michael Sword. And speaking of max range, we're setting up Abdur to the max range here as we go all the way to the left side of the screen, and Peluna will be following suit here as we push Abdur closer and closer to the wall. Oh, unfortunate hop into the super. No, you're not though.
Yeah, but it does put Abdur in a really good position. And nice, the Nagiha low, able to connect, securing a round. Staying alive for at least one more.
Ice fish out. Kill the ice fish, but ice spike going to be checking Abdur. Patient so far, but unfortunately, if you stay patient for too long, these live are going to be active, and also you're just going to let Peluna keep this zoning game going. 2 ice fish out, 1 high, 1 low. That's going to be a wall break right there. We're also going to reset the timer
Lighter
there for the
active.
Wings of Light.
The ice field. Oh, this is.
Do it
This
again.
is like
Do it
a
again.
no-win situation. Yeah, look at the wings. It's draining all the meter.
Yeah, you know, it does put Abdur into that critical position at that pixel of life remaining, but it also drains all of our meter, like you said, which can be a bad thing. You know, we also have such a huge health advantage where I don't think it really matters too much. But sometimes losing that 100 meter like that can be very detrimental when it comes to playing defense because Dizzy doesn't really have a lot of great defensive tools. Dude. Yeah, no. If we get Justice Nukes in the game, I think I'm gonna cry. Because like Justice Nukes like are in plus are okay, but like in Strive they would be probably one of the strongest moves in the game.
the meteor train with the palm. I love this game, dude.
Yeah, but here we go. Clone versus CPU. Sorry for the wait, y'all, but we're here on the loser side of the bracket. Cloned on the Slayer, CPU on the Faust. Like you said, there are some changes to Slayer that make Slayer a little awkward to play here in 2.0, but Faust definitely eating good with the patches. So going to be making the matchup just a little bit better, but you know, there's only so much you can do as Faust when it comes to the Slayer pressure like we're seeing right here.
Yeah, one of the big nerfs is obviously no longer being able to combo 6H into Pile Bunker. That's really rough for Slayer. Obviously still has other ways to get into those Pile Bunker loops. But then another really big one is that its late is so slow now. Just so incredibly.
The Trumpet, yeah, we can just jump up and grab it immediately like that, and Trumpet is especially good in this matchup as well, just because Slayer has to play so much more grounded, and our air approach is just so limited where we can just stuff it with an option like J2K like we're seeing right there. So good plays from CPU, just keeping Clone locked down after that first round.
Ooh. Love that forward Danny step just to get underneath. If this was last season, Close Slash would have absolutely blown up CPU in that scenario.
Okay, I was about to say, like, are we actually going to just toss CPU into the Trumpet because of how the combos work?
That was almost so sick, trying to combo off of the Mini Faust train into Pile Bunker. I saw the vision.
Now CPU having to play defense here against Clone, but we missed the throw, and that's going to seal it there for Clone as CPU finishes it off with that OTG.
Yeah, that was meant to be Kara bite, just fortunately dropping the Kara there, but not going to drop the Pile Bunker loop here off of that counter hit 2K, or 2D, excuse me. Oh my god.
So perfectly timed burst to steal the corner from Clone. Clone getting the sweep though into the bite. Blood-sucking universe, and the universe hit to boot, taking CPU to the corner because of the scaling. It didn't do the most damage, but it did just enough to put you into throw range.
It actually did like nothing.
Yeah, no, it didn't do anything.
I think if it
cool,
was closer to the wall and would have broken the wall, it probably would have killed with the extra wall break damage.
Yeah, I think so. It looked cool though.
It was pretty.
And that's why you play Slayer, right? It's because it looks cool. He's just a cool character.
Give Slayer Big Bang Upper. All right, in season 6.
Yo, give Slayer BDCs.
Please. That's honestly, that's the reason why I can't play him.
Now we're speaking to the jobber brain.
I'm just too used to not having to hold any pressure when I play this character.
Now you were making fun of me earlier. You're making fun of me earlier for asking for Dizzy JH and Badlands, but now when I say BDCs, you know, your neurons activated. I see.
Yeah, BDC would be too broken in this game though.
It would.
Oh, but there's the JH trading with the Pile Bunker, splat to the wall. Oh, Last Horizon, goodbye.
Yeah, there's no way this doesn't kill, right? Oh no, wait. Yeah,
no, that's dead.
I second guessed myself for a little bit, but like, there's really no reason to second guess Slayer. Weight is also going to be particularly good in this matchup as well, once again, because Slayer's going to be playing so grounded.
Yeah, Slayer's a very on-rails character when it comes to movement.
Yeah, even more so in Strive here compared to previous iterations here. Mini Faust going to lock Clone down for just a little bit longer. The thing is about Slayer is that you just need that one good hit, and then it's going to be game from there. CPU not going to let Clone get that chance, though. Afro not going to work out. Wrist starting to build up. I love that 2K.
2K is just really good for covering multiple of Slayer's options. In that case, actually stuffing out the Master's Hammer before you can even come down. But remember, like my brother Proxy says, a lead is not a lead against Slayer.
No, he is absolutely spitting with that one right there. It's not a lead until you win the round here. Giving the banana. Clone having to respect it, and getting the Trumpet as well. Yeah, going to back up into it. It's much more important to get that trumpet there than actually trying to chase Clone down in that position.
Yeah, the command grab nerfs also kind of hurting Slayer too, right? The fact that 2S into fight is no longer real.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh god, yeah. CPU just looking death in the face right there. YRC coming out on defense. Throw punish from Clone. YRC once again from CPU. Yeah, trying to get cheeky there with the close slash stagger pressure, but Clone just so willing to press there with the 2Ps.
Clone just looking so smooth. Always in some kind of action, right? Always moving forward, trying to put up some kind of pressure. It feels like they've barely been blocking. Anytime there is some kind of gap, they're either pressing or they're escaping.
Yeah, and Slayer can really afford to do so as well. You know, snowballing off of one good hit is, once again, really all you need. Like, what were we saying? You know, lead is not lead against Slayer. So that's kind of the ethos of how Clone is playing at the moment, and it really is working out as Clone is 2-0. Despite CPU, it feels like winning more neutral interactions. Okay, bomb bag coming through. We're just zoning out here with the scalpel. Can't really go forward with the banana in the way, so that does give CPU an opportunity to go into the bomb, and what a combo conversion as well there. You know, tossing Clone up into the bomb in the process. Punch, doing the wall break. Should be able to get 100 meters soon after this wall break from CPU. No wall break. Instead, just going to pop out the mini Faust to keep that Oki going, because this combo will be enough. Using the golf club to send Clone through the wall.
Oh, teleport to the other side. Caught you with the left, right. Just into the knock up or knockdown. Nice 2K to challenge the Master's Hammer again.
These 2Ks have been perfect. Clone's been going for Master's Hammer multiple times. But every single time, CPU has just been either outside of the range or responding to it with that 2K, not letting Clone get those cross-ups.
I mean, it's just such a good button matchup. Now we're going to send out all of the items. Oh, that was scary. So many bombs.
Yeah, having to respect the weight as well, but we were locked in the middle of that animation, so we couldn't avoid it. And CPU cannot avoid this super Mappa hunch. Sending CPU to the wall. Or knockdown.
That was the right call for Clone to just go for the foul bunker, right? If it gets blocked, you just RC and keep the pressure up. And just like that, Clone is sitting at set point.
Yeah, I like that you said that right there. Using foul bunker with meter is essentially a neutral skip as well. So finding your opportunity to do so is always going to be important. It's that Master's Hammer, but gets bursted immediately. Clone has that bomb on top of CPU has that bomb on top of Clone. Trumpet comes out, Clone not respecting the trumpet, and now CPU going to be moving forward and pressing this advantage counter hit. This is big.
The Afro on fire. You sitting with 100 tension too. Gets blocked, that's it. Tries to go for the 5D.
Oh my god, we're getting way too cheeky with this. Leaving Clone alive here. 6P through the scalpel. Power bunker hit.
Mark. That was risky. Master's Hammer gonna get the counter hit into power bunker loops.
Oh god. Oh god.
And the reset. Didn't see it though.
Gas on the scarecrow. Hi. Oh, we didn't. Oh no, because we moved around. We didn't know which side CPU was going to be coming from.
The panic steps there.
Is it gonna be left? Is it gonna be right?
It's up top. Up high, down low, too slow. CPU getting a game on the board.
I know CPU is sweating bullets after that one.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Okay, game 4. CPU still in it. J2K round start. Pretty good. The bomb as well. Outside of bomb range as well, so get punished for good pressure on top of Clone, especially with these scalpel pulls. Club sent right through on par here for a CPU, for a Faust combo in conversion. Has the lead. YRC keeping the corner. Burst keeping the corner.
Oh, Deer Song? Underrated banger.
Of the bomb bag. Oh, interesting. We choose to burst here. Hopefully it ends up working out here for Clone because that was a bit of a hero burst, but this might be Clone's story to tell. One more mix up, but a perfect throw. Punish from CPU. Going to deny Clone that hero moment.
Ready for it. CPU now trying to take this all the way to game 5. Could be cooking up a reverse 3-0. Just getting better and better as the set goes on. Getting more use to just the unrelenting Slayer pressure, the craziness in neutral, and able to control it now.
Oh man, he's doing super chunky damage. Wants the hard knockdown as well to continue Oki after the wall break. But it does put quite the hamper in your meter gang, which could be important. Deflect shield, popping some distance between the two characters, but it will not be enough. CPU PRC back to be in a safe spot for bomb bag. Oh no. Now is the Slayer's moment to shine. Okay, 2K, let's go. I mean, 100% success rate on these 2Ks, it feels like. Just extremely, extremely good.
Only one Master's Hammer hit, and that was in a really awkward situation where it wasn't just set up for something like a close slash, right? Or an Oki situation. It was in a scramble. So CPU wasn't ready for it, but now taking it all the way to game 5, that's 2 games straight here for CPU.
Game 5, one more time here in top 8. Counter hit, that is big here for Clone, and CPU knows that as well, using that burst. Taking a little bit of damage in the process. Got the Afro going to explode, do some extra damage there on Clone. We also have the mini Faust, and CPU going to root that pressure to push Clone into the corner. I like the uses of the air dash from Clone as well, but he did a little bit too early, so still got caught in the latter end of that trumpet mini Faust parade.
Oh my gosh, but the mortal counter with the Pow Bunker. Mini Faust coming for the save for his
Hello?
Hello? Arc Sister? Daisuke?
Herbox extension? Excuse me?
That's dandy! That's dandy, alright!
Yo, that was like a BTS interaction. Okay. Let's pull it back, reel it back in.
Yeah, you can't let that shake you. Doesn't look like it's shooking CPU at all. She's keeping the pressure on. Mini Faust is out once again to keep Clone locked down. 5H there to catch the dandy step. Power slash connects.
Is good, but if Clone's already locked into that map of hunch like you saw right there, then it's going to be very easy to actually avoid it and go right on under it. Banana going to keep Clone in block stun, and CPU taking the advantage of that extra block stun to go for that overhead mix. We're going to see a final round here. Mix. Oh no, not within range of the tap dust, so not going to really get any reward off it. Bomb bag coming through, no meter left. Super map a hunch. That's not going to really do too much, but we're going to be able to get the red RC to keep this pressure going. CPU now with back up against the wall, going to be spending that burst once this round bad, but it's going to be very scary going to this next round, even if we win this one, because we're going to be going to that next round here with no burst, but so is Clone as we pop a hero burst the same way CPU did.
Here we go now. Final game, final round. Clone getting the first blood. There is no burst to save either of these players. Oh, but crawling underneath the 6H. What a call out there from CPU.
Grab the trumpet here, interrupting. No, not interrupting the combo at all. Clone phasing right on through. The shenanigans like we're seeing. Trumpet coming through. Mix. Getting the block stun so that we can buy some time for the Faust Parade to come on through. Afro on top of Clone, and the Master's Hammer finally hitting when it matters. No 2K in sight.
The YRC, it's gonna be blocked, and that is it. Clone eliminating CPU from the bracket and moving on through this top 8.
Clone showing us what the Slayer can do in this new patch. The man coming down so close. You see the eagle! Let's go!
Jumping straight into it here. Glad we get to see more jam action tonight in a jam in top 8. For KingKoa. Let's get it.
Round start interaction, immediately going for the TNS, I believe. Simple trade right there. And Hotashi also just going really in there, as we see that command grab almost immediately. DP /5H. Went for the 6P a little early there, so wasn't quite able to make QueenKoa block it. Ball counter hit is massive. Counter hit, and yeah, because we got that wall spot, that is a free charge for us right there into a card. Just immediately getting those plus frames. Double Fukio in, Fukio back, Fukio in. Lots of shimmies, lots of text coming through. Beyblade catching the backdash out. Ah, the first from QueenKoa on defense going to get blown up by Hotashi as Hotashi takes round 1. Universe. Not Blessed Universe. Blood Rage coming through. Wasn't really able to do too much with it, but as QueenKoa tries to approach for the air, the massive hitbox of the DP is going to anti-air QueenKoa and get us that wall break with the super. Big counter hit there. And with that, Hotashi taking 2 rounds in a row over QueenKoa. Great game 1 going to Hotashi, but still though, it was very back and forth. Lots of damage on the side of Jam, and always felt like Hotashi wasn't quite dominating like you would necessarily expect. Blood Rage also playing a factor in the amount of health that Hotashi has been losing as well. But yeah, continuing to be very quick rounds going by here. Hotashi really just wanted to clean up this 3-0 and move on further into the loser side of the bracket, but so is QueenKoa, as we're going to recoup and get into game number 2. Yeah, this is just so hard here for Jam. It's like, how do you really challenge these big buttons, these big specials that Hotashi is just throwing out without abandon? That's one way to do it. With that puff ball with punish. Another puffball coming through. That's a way to interrupt Hotashi in between normals.
Ooh. Trying to go for a burst safe route there. I'm going to be able to break the wall with the 6H.
Okay, round start 6P. Maybe expecting the dragon kick on round start. It wouldn't be a bad option there from QueenKoa. Red RC getting the combo. Hotashi not having the burst, but should be able to build up first right after this wall break. Maybe not, if QueenKoa can get the immediate confirm.
That fast flow able to block the cross up too. Very nice.
Oh yeah, spent the red RC in an attempt to get that burst bait out, and Hotashi tried to go for the air throw as well, but QueenKoa right outside of that range, and Hotashi just looking like a deer in headlights falling down.
That rabbit is really good tonight with these matches. Oh, but what a throw on the Fukio forward. Yep, goes for the safe jump option. That is not only a safe jump, but if the opponent blocks it, I believe it is +6 on block.
I love the IB there from Hotashi in response. 5K, far slash, moving in, getting back in 5K range into the 6H, getting blocked. And there it is, that low coming through once again. Such a potent move, and so is that dragon kick doing so much damage there for QueenKoa.
Air low is actually...
Say that again?
Actually evil. I could see it probably getting nerfed in the future.
I definitely would put money on that.
I mean, when you think about it, it's basically just like Akuma's slide, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Duel 1.
Man, what a good move.
It's really good.
Now that you like made the connection right there, I definitely see it getting there.
Is it way faster? Yeah, kinda, but it's also because she could. What are we doing? It's just 5D after 5D. It's a lot better than Demon Flip Low because she can just do it out of a normal jump. That's why it's better.
Dude, QueenKoa is just frazzled.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Okay, this time Hotashi actually waiting it out because we've been trading multiple times on round start. And Hotashi not wanting to risk it right there. We do have burst. Yeah,
Oh.
red RC.
Oh!
Interesting. I wonder. Oh.
Yeah, you're just dead. 3 6
I was like-
H's. That's the combo.
At first, I was like wondering why we didn't just go into super, but that makes more sense. That makes more
Didn't
sense.
have the tension. All right, well, if you 6H, you can't. The super
Oh yeah,
combo
we
is-
can't. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Game of all time. Am I right, folks?
That was brutal. But Hotashi now up 2-1 here against QueenKoa. Try to eliminate her from the bracket right here, right now.
Immediate burst from Hotashi. We do not want any of that from QueenKoa. Ooh, okay, interesting. Well, raw 6H maybe expecting the Jam approach, but because Jam is choosing not to approach, there's not really a lot of things that Hotashi can do to challenge QueenKoa from charging those cards from a full screen like that, unless we go for a risky option like Beyblade or Fukio, or multiple Fukios forward, but at that level 3 blood gauge, it's going to be very hard to do so. Great air throw there to keep QueenKoa locked in the corner, but QueenKoa going to be able to get a successful super off.
Honestly, one of the best reversal supers in the game, too. It travels so far and hits so high.
Oh, that's going to hit.
This super... Gonna
No,
whip,
it's not.
and there's the pickup.
I honestly didn't expect QueenKoa to make it fully to the other side there, but you know what?
It's fast.
There we go.
It's really fast.
I'm surprised at some of the people in chat as well here that super didn't hit there. Oh, big cloud slash there for Hotashi. Into level 3
welcome
blood
back.
rage. Yeah.
Oh!
That's it. Double 6H. It's over. Oh,
Double
what do you
6H
do?
as huge Janus comes through. 8 months. Welcome back. Absolutely huge.
Yo, you get hit. Oh no, blood rage. Okay, Hotashi, you better be starting to write your eulogy. I love the punish there as always. You want to be usually going for that throw to drain as much health from Nagoriyuki as possible. Put him into this critical range here. 6P counter hits into blood rage. Safe blood rage this time, but now we are in chip kill range.
Yeah, big whiff there on the S. Allows us to go to game 5 here. QueenKoa taking it the distance.
Oh my god, dude. So many game 5s coming through.
Love to see, though. I love to see
absolutely.
some of this. I just really enjoy seeing Jam, and she's so much fun to play, so much fun to watch. And then Hotashi's, of course, always. Always a joy.
Duel 1.
Right, last game. Is Hotashi going to stay in, or are we going to be seeing a Jam make it to 5th? Big shout out to Vixie with the raid of 10. We are currently watching QueenKoa versus Hotashi. Game 5 here in losers round 1 of top 8. First RA being spent from Hotashi. QueenKoa getting the low off, and man, we are just continuing to build up that car and go for it again. Into the throw, into the low again. No, instead just go for the overhead, and Hotashi blocking that correctly.
Routing. Yep, that's safe. Unfortunate. So one of the things that makes Jam so dangerous too is she's got a lot of hand-in, really easy safe jump plus on block options. So having to learn those going up against Jam is going to be really important. But it just means that she can keep so much pressure going.
Getting all 3 cards immediately just like so. Beyblade and Fukio back into the 6H, but now we're in level 3, and QueenKoa backing up to get outside that range into the throw. That's it.
Oh my gosh, the drift up, fast RC, dragon, pick, QueenKoa, sending Hotashi packet. Well, not Power Bunker, Mappa Hunt, say.
Yeah.
Because Mappa Hunch is a good way for Slayer to just close the gap, get pressure on you.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
But we'll see. And look at that, immediately going for the spin. MacMens reading our minds, and Clone getting that burst evaded as well. MacMens not going to be getting the wall break. That's okay.
Scary. A little scary there, but MacMen still with a massive life lead here. But again, a lead is not a lead against Slayer.
I would say with Anji, it's definitely much easier to maintain that lead. Just because Anji has that higher health total, that makes it harder for, Slayer to get those TODs like he would against other characters. Not yet in the spin coming through. And I mean, you just have so much time to react to these as well that spin can be pretty easily used, and Clone's going to have to really vary up our approach if we want to work around it.
Oh, wow. Actually chasing down the dandy step there.
To chase down Clone with these hops as well to keep that pressure going.
No super.
Rin. Overhead. Wall break.
Nice Master's Hammer there to jump over the Fujin. I like that a lot. Into the Kara. Dandy cross up.
Lots of reward here for Clone, but not going to be enough to kill. This one will be it, though. Suspend the red RC and go into yet one more pile bunker.
Slayer bottom tier now? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think bottom tier is reserved for a special few characters. And like you said, Slayer is definitely not one of them, especially with damage like this. MacMens sent through the wall. Fujin, after the wall break though, will be doing that interacting there against Clones immediately. And Clone going to be getting that gold burst, getting a lot of reward, just like Mark Stevens is going to be giving our players a lot of reward to play for with that $10 donation to the match arena. Thank you. Fans, Fujin into the Nagia combo, into the butterfly yet again.
Are you kidding me? Just straight into pile bunker from there? This is the kind of dandy energy that we like to see from Clone.
Ah, man. There we go. There we go. Clone with one game up.
Slayer is not low tier. He's probably, it's still a little early to say, but he's probably just in mid tier. But the thing is that mid tier in this game is good enough. The character balance is in the best it's ever been, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Happy Chaos to get his the infinite taken away from him real quick, and then the balance is going to be phenomenal.
And Slayer will still tell you to put the money in the bag. So,
yep. Like we're saying right there, and Anji giving Clone the money right there with the burst, not wanting to take that damage. Not for free, at least here. Clone moving in, getting a huge. Oh god. Okay, thank God like we don't actually have meter for Slayer, because MacMens would be in an even worse position that we are in already. There's the throw on the Master's Hammer, preventing Clone from resetting that pressure.
oh, yep, and the spin in.
Which is very safe. Oh, you had
G. Yes, you can throw Master's Hammer right as it's about to land. You can just toss it.
But you gotta be very confident in your timing too, because if you mistime it, you'll probably be going to the next game.
A good Slayer is also not going to just make it obvious. Hotashi coming through with the raid as we get to punch MacMens around the world. Welcome, Hotashi, and great matches tonight. Tons of fun to watch.
Once again, round start Fujin going to work out there for MacMens. The question is, can we close out a round? That burst early like that is not a good sign for MacMens, however. Master's Hammer in, going to get blocked. Master's Hammer getting blocked yet again. No throws this time, just not confident enough that we can do it. And then
Are we?
dashes through MacMens. Teleport is, am I in the front? Am I behind? And Clone getting the hit there on MacMens. Find the burst as well to keep MacMens in the corner, in a jail. MacMens running our way out though. Butterfly. Map a hunch into the cross. YRC.
Oh, trying to backdash for the Hand of Doom, but got caught because of the PRC. Look at that. PRC leads to no damage on a combo starter, but is able to get the positive bonus. And still no meter because we broke the wall off of a PRC combo.
I love the rooting there from Clone on that pressure sequence. Realizing that we got hit by the deflect shield, so using the fast RC to close that distance yet again and not have to go for a risky option like a Map a Hunch to close that distance or a Master's Hammer either. Really good play from Clone and very deserving of this 2-0 so far, but I'm sure this is not a way that MacMens was to go out. We were talking about MacMens potentially making winners finals, and MacMens might just go out of fifth here if Clone can take one more game. Round start 2D. MacMens going outside of the range of punishing with the Fujin like we've seen many times before.
Flare is the type of character that you have to kind of play a little unhinged, right? The risk reward is so skewed in your favor that you just want to constantly be taking risks, which is why you see Clone just going for pile bunkers, just throwing out Dandy Step even though you can't block during Dandy Step. It's because if that pile bunker connects, the reward is so immense.
Yeah, just as much as the reward from winning this round is going to be putting us on set point. An immense lead we have here over MacMens, especially being able to maintain burst going into this round start as well. MacMens pretty consistently winning these round start interactions. It really just comes down to being able to lock down Clone, but that is going to be a great way to do so. Getting that throw on the Master's Hammer for the second time this set, and also getting the Butterfly as a sort of our own sort of jail there in mid-screen. 2D going to find his mark there on MacMens, putting MacMens into the corner. Another 2D counter hit coming through, trying to follow that up with the Pile Bunker, but that burst going to negate the damage.
You can see really consistently here, Clone is getting away with like 2 Dandy Steps in a row. Just Dandy's doing the backwards Dandy Step to just go across the screen, and MacMens just feeling the fear of God, not willing to go in and challenge it.
We have full meter. Yeah, we're just going to let that secret rip. Oh no, he hit!
Yeah, you're dead.
No!
You're dead.
I thought that was just going to be a neutral skip. It's like, and the thing is, like, it's good as both, right? It's good. If it hits, it's also good. Yeah. And we even have our new character as well, Jam, being represented up here in the top 6. But can we see a top 4 Jam? That is the question. Another Anji in the form of Abdur here in losers of corners. Can we take it over the Jam? Small trade right there.
Oh, just checking with the 5K. That is a standing low. Oh my god, I love Puffball. Puffball's so belligerent, right? It is negative, but it pushes out so far that no one's punishing you.
Yep. It's also just so big too, right? Perfect for whiff punishing. Whenever you see that they whiff something from full screen. We're probably not going to be seeing that whiff punish like terribly much unless we're whiffing things like Nagoriyuki or Fujin.
Oh, what's our favorite character to spectate this patch? Slayer and Jam.
My favorite character to spectate, I don't know. That's a good question. I'll think about that one. And I'm sure Abdur is really thinking about how are we going to close out this round right here. The code taking us to the corner. Fujin, raw Fujin. Nagia follow up into the PRC to keep that pressure going. The 5P check for the anti into the super. And I don't think we're locking into a burst, so that should be enough to get the kill. No, it is not! The commentator curse keeps coming in for me.
Watch out for that jump scare. There it is! Oh, the immediate burst from Abdur actually got caught on the 2S. So was going to be dead there without the burst.
Okay, chatter. Dizzy. I think Dizzy's my favorite thing to watch. Overhead into the butterfly, air dash over, puffball coming through. Getting that 5K hit.
D low. Trying to go for some fancy here. Just opts to sit up with the throw. Like that, just running QueenKoa as deep as you can into the corner. He's able to fight right back out. Goes for RC after hitting the low. And look at the damage off of that enhanced dragon kick.
Oh my god, these 5Ks just keep on working here for QueenKoa. The Rin. Taking a throw into the butterfly setup.
Oh, what a burst of bait. That was just a good follow-up too, right? Recognize that the last time that we went for Dragon Kick RC, that Abdur immediately bursted, so this time just baited it out.
Also baiting out those early anti-airs as well from Abdur, waiting for the 5Hs in Fujin's end, and then going in with the aerial approach and stuff from QueenKoa to win that early interaction. Puffball to make our way in, double puffball just like so. See it again? There it is, another puffball coming through. Not close enough to actually get that punish off of 2S though.
And that neutral jump. Nice challenge. Yeah, do not allow QueenKoa or Jam players to just steal turns for free with the command dash. Oh, into the cross up. Yeah, just taking that opportunity to get all cards charged.
Quite there just yet, but we still have the other 2 enhanced specials to use here. Not quite the wall break that we're looking for,
Wow.
and not quite the burst timing we were looking for either. But in that position, it was either burst or die, and it feels like Abdur is also holding on to the burst for so long that we are constantly being put into those situations where it is burst or die, and makes the burst bait very easy to go for.
Koa just looking so incredibly strong. Is that only game 1?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought that was 2-0.
We're in for a long night, Jobber.
Yeah, that was a long game number 1. I mean, that's just the case in 2.0 Strive. Games have a lot more interactions.
Hey, does that mean first to 2 Strive? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
You're spitting. You're actually spitting right now. But the people will hate you for saying the truth.
Yeah, I gotta cover both. I gotta cover both angles here. All right, here we go. We got burst on the side of QueenKoa back. Or we have it available, so we can use it on defense if we so choose to. But so far, we've been playing pretty good defense at being able to escape these corner position characters, putting QueenKoa in, all 3 cards.
Oh, yep, you're not going to be able to RC away from the Midare.
Great block on the overhead and the punish as well.
Oh, that slight delay. I like that. But Abdur going to be able to break the wall for this one. Actually opts to not break the wall. Didn't think it would be able to kill even with the meter. Still able to secure the round.
To be honest, I didn't really believe in it either. But sometimes, you just got to go for it.
You would have gotten the hard knockdown, right?
Right.
Would have led to a safe jump in a mix-up situation, but the reason why they're here, and I'm on the mic.
Constantly respecting that puffball from QueenKoa. And QueenKoa always able to just really push that aggression after these puffballs get blocked too.
Nick Vance coming through, $14 into the match arena. So thanks for putting on a fun show. Appreciate you. Mark Stevens with $10 earlier in the match arena as well. Thank you so much for the support, everyone, tonight. $100 in the match arena.
We got 3 figures to fight for. That's a that's a Wendy's meal. I don't know what restaurant you go to, but that's a fast food meal right there. QueenKoa.
The parry on the butterfly was actually kind of nasty.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, PRC, getting overhead.
Oh, okay, just taking the opportunity to charge up a card off of the mortal counter 5H. Those plus frames on that close slash.
Need to end it right there.
Yeah, $100 for a fast food order. That's the big smoke order. You know what I'm
my
saying?
bad. I'm like the split.
No.
When it's split up,
You're good,
that's
you're
the fast food for winning.
That's the big smoke order.
Or yeah, I know, you're
five,
right.
Number 12. Number 6 with extra
I'm
dip.
going for the OS here.
Oh, trying to go for the 6P. Oh, but there's the throw. We are scrambling here in the corner now. What a challenge with the 2P and then a delayed 2S. I don't even think QueenKoa was expecting that 2P to connect.
And maybe not expecting it, but with that was definitely the right play to launch QueenKoa into a 2-0 lead over Abdur.
Seeing here.
Right, potentially last game, or we're seeing another 3-0 like we saw with Clone versus MacMens. It's kind of looking like that. Abdur is definitely feeling like we're losing some steam as QueenKoa is continuing to make these right plays. A 5K attempt. Does whiff, but no punish from Abdur. Red RC for extension, running under and getting all 3 cards right there. Puff ball confirmed into the dragon kick, into the low, into the overhead. Blocks from Abdur.
What a challenge.
So much health.
QueenKoa's 2P presses have been unreal.
Dude is just bleeding out right now.
Oh, what? Should have just done a third dragon kick. It would have killed. Fast, low, enhanced. Taunting on you too.
Last round. Getting hit by the butterfly, setting out butterfly yet again as that wall for QueenKoa to run through. We just do not care. Accept the cards.
Trying hard is hard, but Abdur is gonna have to try hard here. On the verge of defeat.
So far, however, but the low comes through and we're just continuing to hold on to that burst. Looking out for a gold burst opportunity potentially, but at this instance, once again, it's just burst or die if you get hit. And that would just be a guaranteed burst bait for QueenKoa, but this time, Abdur not even going to try it. QueenKoa advancing forward with a jam, getting us a jam here in top 4 of TNS tonight.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, Jam is a good character. But if you want to hear the song, Sky Should Be High from Exert, so check it out.
The Exert vocal tracks. Honestly, the more that I think about it, like the extra vocal tracks are like the best vocal tracks like in Guilty Gear in general. It feels like. So Sky Should Be High. I need to see one of these players just rip out like 6 Black Heaven's guns, man.
6 Black Heaven's gun. Wanna be crazy?
Dude, Heavy Day? Come on, y'all.
Heavy Day.
I'm playing this birthday train, bro. I like birthday train. Hey, like you said,
nice.
drone's gonna be important. But, you know, Dizzy also has a lot of ways to get past the drone as well, like you saw right there with, I believe that's the Far Slash, right? And also, we have the Michael Sword as well, just this very big special that gets through. What a backdash there on the BT.
Oh, yeah, but the PRC right into the BT now. Peluna running in a bit much, possibly. Could come back to haunt them. You get caught. OTG off the ice, able to block the super fully charged dust, ready to take you for a ride.
Taking you for a ride indeed. Positive on the side, RedIAmNot getting the tap dust, but because we locked into the BT, that makes it a very easy burst there for Peluna if we didn't opt to go for the RC there.
What a clash into the 6P to beat out the Michael Sword.
Yeah, I love the awareness there from RedIAmNot, realizing what animation Peluna was going into, and then going for the correct response with that 6P. BT to get anti-air. Yeah, once you're within this Goldlewis range, it's going to be a lot hard to fight back, but Peluna still is finding some really nice spots to start to mash through Goldlewis's offense. But that's really all you have is that mash, and then obviously system mechanics as well, like your super reversal, like your burst, like your deflect shield, but you don't really have a lot of other options that will help you out. What a backdash.
Oh, but the JD beating out the 6H anti-air attempt. And another JD. RedIAmNot not going to be able to get game number 1. Chat talking about excerpt songs here. What was it? Rock and Roll, Rock Hard Maniac sounds like an excerpt song. That's the most excerpt sounding song in Strive. And it's good.
Yeah, I would say so. Oh, you know what they need to add? They need to add the Biken theme from Samurai Showdown.
That would be kind of tight.
It like focuses more on the strings than the guitar. It's like Rokumon, but like reversed.
Well, the old Momentary Life, like Guilty Gear 1 Momentary Life, is like classic old Japanese.
Absolutely.
Super sick.
Hey.
Oh, greedy Behemoths. Got the IBFD, but still not out of the range of the Behemoth Typhoon.
Oh no, that was a miss, BT. It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna get caught with another Behemoth Typhoon. Yeah, I think Peluna needs to go back to the zoning playstyle here, trying to play footsies or brawl with Red. It's just not the play.
Okay, overhead does find its mark there. Overhead once again. Oh, sorry, not overhead. Guard Crush coming through. Another
Backdash.
big backdash on those BTs.
51 hits, count them. 5H, nice backdash there. Trade actually gonna be in Peluna's favor, getting the 5D into another one for the pickup. Ice is on the field.
These backdashes, honestly, on these BTs are absolutely absurd. I've never seen someone backdash these many BTs before.
And there we go, just gets the 2B.
Start. And then Michael Sword to push him back, set up the reapply the Ice Sword into the Wings of Light, sending them through the wall. Will reset the timer, but we will have that available for us coming up here. Sets up the Ice Sword with the Ice Spike. I'm not going to continue to just run on for keeping that momentum. Here's the reversal sweeper coming in for Peluna, going to be creating that gap yet again. Setting up the Ice Sword, setting up the Ice Spike, and there it is. If you try to go for an option like Skyfish, if Peluna is ready, we can just interrupt his Rogue Spike.
Oh, but getting caught into the OTG. More Behemoths. Wow, still able to land and get the 2P in time. Peluna's in dire straits up against the ropes.
We still have that burst, and we're going to be spending it right here, right now. Drone being active is a little scary there, but Peluna playing that out perfectly. Setting up the Wings of Light. I feel like that was a bit of a waste of time there, as RedIAmNot is going to be able to instantly challenge it. Michael Sword going to challenge RedIAmNot there. The throw into an OTG will be enough. No, it will not. Ice Spike coming through. Burn it down. Can we get the chip kill?
And I think that was a chip kill there after the 5D, possibly. Hard to tell with just the laser coming down. No, it would have said chip kill, so that was a 5D.
Okay.
That's right, that's 2.0. It says it.
Man, what a close round right there, but close is not going to be giving you the win, and Peluna is currently not winning here in winners finals, which is scary to say. RedIAmNot seasoned by these zoners and continuing to show how strong of a Goldlewis they are.
Chat, you haven't even mentioned one of the best songs in all of Guilty Gear, Django Django.
Django. Okay, I actually have a mod that replaces the stride menu thing with Django.
I said that.
Like, I was like, Strive's menu theme is like kind of boring. Like, that's one of the knocks I'll put on Strive, and Django is like probably the best one, better than Plus R.
It's the best main menu theme in any fighting game, Loki. Oh no. That's crazy. Okay, nice wake up throw. Very risky.
Oh, is that going to land? No, it's not on the other side, and that's going to be a counter hit there from Peluna. Michael Sword going to toss us back into full screen. Michael Sword yet again to increase the damage, and we're just going to go into the Gamma Ray.
I think you're dead.
I don't know if that's going to be enough.
No, I'm pretty sure you're dead here. With the extra wall break damage, I think it's over.
Okay,
yep.
I can never tell. I can never tell.
100 tension super. Crazy work.
RedIAmNot's like looking at Peluna's like, yeah, I can do that amount of damage for free. Watch this. Michael Sword is going to continue to zone out RedIAmNot. Actually, a good trade there from RedIAmNot. Going to let us run right on back in without many consequences. Peluna even tried to set up a little bit of a projectile game there in front of RedIAmNot, but RedIAmNot just got a little too close, and that 2P is going to punish Peluna for definitely getting a little too close there. In the elbow, RedIAmNot on set point.
Yep, burst available for both players. Question is, are we going to burst on the first hit, the first sign of momentum?
Don't know. I think RedIAmNot is definitely going to... Oh, no. Okay, Peluna spending that burst on the first sign of momentum from RedIAmNot, and that's kind of smart, but also, like, the fact that it got baited is even worse here. Try to stop the momentum, but now regain that momentum once again. Burst comes out from RedIAmNot, setting up the drone. Right behind the ice spike, and a perfect air dash right over the ice floor. Forward, great block on the overhead, but not the second overhead. And with that, RedIAmNot has secured winner's side grand finals.
It is officially winner stays on time here in the bracket. QueenKoa versus Clone in our losers semis.
So it's going to be definitely interesting to see how this is going to play out. And I wonder if the parry is going to become more useful in this matchup as well. But we don't really know yet until we see the match play out. And with that, Clone's going to be winning that round start interaction and getting some early damage there on QueenKoa, even taking that burst away from QueenKoa early as well. Just zoning out with the PTBs and these pile bunkers, map a hunch in, cross up. QueenKoa just not blocking it. That was definitely a cloned round to win. As QueenKoa was just not ready for these mix-ups.
That was kind of brutal, to say the least. Another mortal counter right into the pile bunker loop.
Yeah, speaking of brutal, ref, can we break him up? Can we break him up? Look at that.
Break them up implies that there's a fight between two of them. This isn't a fight. This is a slaughter right now.
No, that's exactly why we gotta break him up. Like, come on, we can't let Jam here just get absolutely incinerated. Another first bait coming through. QueenKoa going to be spending that burst on defense, and Clone just needs that one last hit. There's a throw attempt coming through. Great tech there from QueenKoa, denying Clone the easy win, but you still have so much health to chew through in Jam. While you can do damage, not nearly at the same degree as a Slayer, and we're going to be seeing that pile bunker come through, shimmying QueenKoa automatically in the process, and that is going to be the first win, going to Clone extremely quickly. Not only just playing neutral far better, getting much more reward off her hits, but also getting a lot of mix-up opportunity that QueenKoa is not ready for.
Just absolutely insane. QueenKoa definitely figure out a way to try and slow things down, slow down the pace of the match. You can't get caught up in Clone's rhythm.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh,
I don't know if parry is going to be the play in this matchup.
Yeah, especially not from round start too, because like, you know, the amount of damage, once again, that Slayer can get. If you whip that parry, you are dead. Like we're seeing right here. This is all pretty much off of a whip parry. Sure, that was 2 combos, but even then, coming in with the blood-sucking universe, and we found the universe counter hit as well. This is a one-sided fight if I've ever seen one jobber. QueenKoa, fight back!
The killer 7 letters there. Perfect.
Okay, but that is a great start, and the parry actually going to work out this time here for QueenKoa. Another big counter coming through. Clone going to be spending that burst. Master's Hammer to the other side, into the cross-up dash, and QueenKoa not ready to block. Not the universe counter hit. Master's hammer.
If this is how Slayer fights normally, just imagine how he fights when you disrespect his wife.
Dude.
Two quick games here by Cologne.
Yo, they're not paying this ref enough, man. Where is he? Not even in the ring. What are we doing here?
Slayer says, "Oh, you want to throw hands?"
I mean,
Slayer and Jam, two of the only characters in Guilty Gear that fight with their bare hands.
Yeah, no, shoot, Clone hitting that world record any % here to get to lose his finals against QueenKoa. QueenKoa, he just has to play.
Oh my god.
Jobber, there's so many counter hits!
Just don't press. Don't press, Koa, please. Alright, there we go.
Okay.
Throwing the Master's Hammer. Blocking the gold burst.
Another throw on the Master's Hammer. That's good. Low, here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
It's matchup knowledge. That is matchup knowledge. That is the second time that has happened so far in this set. Calling out the low special by doing P pile bunker. That's real.
Okay, enhanced driving kick is going to get that wall break here against Clone, but that is just a soft knockdown. It's okay, though. Still able to get it by stalling up in the air and walling out Clone. First round here for QueenKoa, finally showing some signs of life here as Clone is still threatening another game win here to take 3 in a row. This is a great start here for Clone, and it's just going to keep on getting better. The gap continues to widen into the Super Mappa Hunch.
Clone Slayer doesn't even want you to put the money in the bag. They just want to punish you.
Thanks Neo Judai for the raid of 82, folks. Hey, we're watching lose semis right now, and currently Clone is playing. What? Okay, I mentioned earlier where we're like Daigo plays like he wants to kill his opponent. That's kind of how Clone is playing right now. Clone does not want QueenKoa to even play the game at this point.
Clone playing like they got a bomb strapped to their chest.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Bomb strapped to the chest. That's what the verbiage was there.
Oh, and the cross up two straight into the Super Mappa Hunch. Or the side swap, I should say.
Still alive, but for how long is just going to be inevitability when Clone is able to find that last hit here. QueenKoa, though, certainly not going to make that last hit easy for Clone to find. Great usage of the PRC to get around that power bunker attempt from Clone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, make sure you finish it off here. No, didn't go into the super. You can definitely cancel that dash into the super there. Oh!
Perfect response there. Pile bunker in response to the dragon kick, and with that cloned, it's going to be a lot of things we've been saying before. Slayer is going to feel a bit like a dizzy victim in some ways just because of his linear approach.
Mr. Voyager coming through with 16 months. A welcome back. I would love to see the Axel too, and much love to Cromp. $10 into the match. Reno saying Cromp Cromp. Hell yeah. So this matchup, historically awful for Slayer in past games. And
they're a little bit better now.
Yeah, barely.
Well, we have less projectiles, but also like you have less movement, right? So
yeah,
like you
Slayer
said, like
already
barely
doesn't have as much movement, you know, as you would want. All right, so your Mappa Hunch, is it gonna punish in time? It does, but no clean hit. Sad. Clean hit got removed in this version. They said he already has enough damage.
Yeah, he already does enough, that's for sure. Risk is building up, but Peluna just showing us how good of a defense they have here. Counter hit 2D, instant burst from Peluna. I think that's a smart play right there. Just negating the early damage from Clone and also preventing us from getting in the corner, allowing us to set up that ice spike and the ice overlay like so. That's just hammer getting the throw off as well.
Peluna already has the defense down against Slayer here, which is the first part of it, right? And then obviously you could just keep Slayer zoned out, make it difficult for him to actually approach.
Nice, sending through the wall. Wings of Light timer is going to reset. So I don't think Wings of Light is going to be a factor, especially now after Pile Bunker does find his mark there on Peluna, finding us that bullseye right there on the target. Peluna, no burst. We have meter for YRC. Just a matter of if we want to spend it or not. I love that counter hit into the red RC to get that extension, and Clone having to spend that burst to negate Peluna the win. 2D still has meter.
Oh my gosh, just drifted right into the 5K. Oh, little shimmy into a throw.
Tough matchup for Clone, but Clone just keep that green light on, continuing to move forward despite everything. It does work out as long as you can get in, find some hits against Dizzy. That's how you're gonna be winning this set.
Nice chestnut there, straight into another ice spike. 2D, break the wall, reset the Wings of Light.
Okay, just going in with the Master's Hammer. Getting a decent amount of damage here. No burst from Peluna. Surprisingly enough, the double cross up yet again. Clone getting tricky with it. And just not ready to block these.
That 6K, empty 6K flip was kind of nasty. But deflect shield, push back to full screen, hits the ice spike into the gamma ray. Please die. That's what that is. That's frustration right there into the gamma ray.
Damn, not the... Yeah, no, that was a drop right there from Clone, right? Because that was a counter hit that we found. And we had the meter too. If we were like unsure about the hit, we could have red RC'd for the wall break. But unfortunately, that is not the case there for Clone, as Peluna is going to be securing game number 1. But honestly, Clone kind of had it there despite everything. But yeah, no, Peluna is still playing very great, very well. Defense just continuing to be amazing, finding great match points despite the risk that is inherent when playing against this character.
Now the risk right back up. Clone just trying to map punch in. Really difficult when you're on the ice spike, especially because if you don't make it far enough, you maintain that momentum, you just get caught into the chestnut loop. Oh, we just pressing buttons, going straight into 6H over and over. There's the counter poke from Peluna, able to swap sides.
Yeah, and that Michael Sword 2 was, I think, trying to catch that gaming step too. But no dice, just didn't quite reach far enough. Yeah,
that should be the round here. Has anyone made the meme image of Necro putting his hand on Dizzy's shoulder and go, Dizzy, I think we're gonna have to kill this guy? Does that exist?
I don't know. I don't think it does. I feel like if it does, I would have seen it. Oh, it does? Okay. Like it seems like a pretty obvious slam dunk piece of art there. Just like it is a slam dunk to put $5 in the match. Thank you, Rocket Jumper. As the pot now is $135. You can see that Clone certainly heard us say that, because Clone took that round right there, continuing to stay in the game, trying to get another point on the board. Remember that previous game, while Peluna did win it, Clone essentially had it too. So this one is definitely going more Clone's way, the way that Clone thought it should have gone. Perfect throw from Peluna though.
And you can see that too. The new routing there also for Slayer, instead of getting the close slash far slash close slash at 6H, now you go into 2H and you can still get the P-Pile bunker. It just doesn't swap sides.
No way. Ooh. We let the Wings of Light resolve. And unfortunately, that was just a game win there from Peluna, instantly setting up a checkmate situation as we drained all of Clone's life. The lead that we built completely disappeared as we chose to hold Peluna's pressure.
Now Peluna 1 game away from eliminating Clone 3-0. A Clone who has been nearly unstoppable all night.
And so has Peluna, with this Dizzy feeling really unstoppable as well. Don't forget those 3-0s that we've seen before.
Wow, I actually want to see who sent Clone to losers. Clone got sent to losers.
Did we watch that set when Clone got sent to losers?
No. I'm actually trying to find, because it's all the way back in the top 48.
Right. But hey, Clone making the journey, the pilgrimage up here to losers finals. Definitely deserving. Clone trying to justify why we're here. Finding the grab. Universe counter hit is in the books, but unfortunately getting hit in the process. So not anymore.
So Clone lost in winners round 3 at the start of the tournament to a player named Dr. Doom. And has been on the losers run ever since. This has been a hell of a losers run for Clone so far.
Oh man, it's so tough here for Clone, right? We're getting the lead sometimes, right? But unfortunately, Peluna, well, maybe fortunately for Peluna, right? Like Peluna fans are having the time of their lives. But you know, Peluna is just so easily able to reclaim control of whenever we lose it, right? Like being able to scramble it back, play defense so well, and playing neutral so well. And once we get that pressure, we're able to keep it. That's going to be that stop sign right there. Red light. Clone has been green light this entire tournament, but Peluna finally putting the brakes to this vehicle that is out of control. Clone spending the gold burst, pushing down on the gas.
Able to throw the Danny step into the 6H. Oh, Master's Hammer hitting its mark.
Peluna still have that burst. That's so scary. They're sliding in with the ice, jumping over the ice fish. That is a big opportunity for Clone to make something happen, but unfortunately, Peluna might be the one to make something happen instead, and that is going to be it. The combo with the Michael Sword Ender. No, actually, no, the Michael Sword just getting the counter hit right there. Good, but, you know, if the Goldlewis player is ready, they can absolutely just clear, once again, with Drone, with Skyfish. And that's just the threat that you always have to be thinking about when you're at full screen against Goldlewis, and always being able to check him with Ice Spike is going to be important.
It's time to jump into it. Here we go, grand finals.
Yeah, but this instance, like if you're in the middle of a combo, just go for that Wings of Light right there. You don't really have much of an opportunity cost to go for it. First coming out from Peluna, Michael Sword to put us at range yet again. This should be Ice Spike, yeah, in response to the drone. And it's going to make the movement really awkward there for RedIAmNot, saying the Ice Spike as that wall yet again. But RedIAmNot is just this unstoppable force that's continuing to blitz forward like the Rhino, breaking through that wall and making it in front of Peluna's face no matter what.
Just a dominating first round there for RedIAmNot, picking up right where they left off.
Sorry, Michael Sword, a pretty safe option, honestly. There it is, trying to set up Skyfish and being ready on reaction with the Ice Spike. The only problem is that when RedIAmNot is constantly going for that run forward, what is your response here? And it looks like Peluna is just kind of unsure of what to do, because our movement is also pretty limited if RedIAmNot is getting all the momentum from the Ice Force. Out.
Oh, and the 2S counter poke right into the super to lock Peluna out of the burst.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, even the connection stuttered for a little bit there. Knew how nasty of a play that was from RedIAmNot as well. Once again, just showing off just how solid these new buffs on those normals are. 2S just being a better poke in general now.
2S is all of Goldlewis's buttons used to kind of be like the 5K and the 2P were really strong options, but now it's every single one of them.
All right, game number 2. Peluna once again backing out, trying to space out that far slash from RedIAmNot. And perfect play there from Peluna, getting that burst out early as well. Do you have to worry about the drone? Yeah, and it's always just really tricky there because RedIAmNot will play so aggressive, and it always feels like Peluna just can't retreat fast enough to actually be able to get outside of that T range once they close that distance. Light does become active, but no mirror to keep it going. But this is Chipp range here for RedIAmNot. So we gotta play this perfectly and hold on to that meter if we can.
Setting up the drone. Oh, gonna be able to combo off of that into a wall breaker. This is kind of bad. It's right back to neutral.
Yeah, that it is, but it's not a hard knockdown, so that is important here, as Peluna will be able to act, as we're seeing right here, setting up the fire arrow, and there is the fire bubble coming out, as RedIAmNot did not hold down that for that one. Michael Sword pushing them out and setting the Ice Spike as well. Michael Sword, such an important tool to have. Once we're within that range, that's going to be stopping BTs, and that's going to be stopping the drone a little bit as well.
Oh, it just gets the raw close slash there with the punish. It's like it caught the backdash. Peluna back up against the ropes, getting hit by another Behemoth Typhoon. Run up, get it down with the system. Still going to be alive, and this hard knockdown is going to hurt.
Absolutely. RedIAmNot just going to go in for a very safe approach, actually. Expecting the reversal super from Peluna, but Peluna not fighting. Instead, setting up the Wings of Light and getting the Ice Fish as well to push RedIAmNot into the corner. Wings of Light are now active with the throw. That was a nice combo, but unfortunately not enough meter to really amplify the damage that we could have gotten from Wings of Light. Yeah, that's always the tricky part. It's like, if Wings of Light does resolve, you always have to be mindful of your meter, because if we're going to go for that throw, or we're going to go for a combo, we always want to be making sure that we have enough meter to make it worth it.
Right there. Really unfortunate for Peluna, that trade, pushing them even further towards the corner. Trying to harass with that 2P into the chestnut. Gets some Michael Sword knockdown. Can start playing the zoning game, but you gotta watch out. The laser's gonna come sooner rather than later.
No, RedIAmNot just content with closing that distance. Now that we've closed that gap, we're just going to go for the down with the system. Not going to do too much. And also no cancel from RedIAmNot either. Instead, holding on to that mirror for the next interaction. Maybe another reversal super is in the books. We are at level 3 security gauge as well. So if Peluna creates any form of distance, RedIAmNot will have that available for drone or Skyfish. YRC pushing us away, deactivating the wings, but it is a little bit too late there, as Peluna did push RedIAmNot into that critical range and was able to close it out with a simple retreating aerial move. Peluna evening up the score to a 1-1 and giving all the Disney believers hope in a bracket reset.
See, it's one apiece now here. Peluna starting to mount some kind of offense, some kind of comeback. This is already better than the first set that they had in Winners Finals.
Keeping the excitement going. Round start. Peluna instead going for a bit more of an aggressive round start there. Really didn't get that much reward off it, but a simple check like that can be quite the stop sign that RedIAmNot for RedIAmNot when it comes to that momentum there, especially because it puts you at that distance where the Ice Spike becomes way more viable to go for. Another great backdash on these BTs. We saw it a lot in the previous set, but actually not so much here, because RedIAmNot actually has not been favoring that BT option as much, because maybe Peluna has been showing that we can deal with it much easier.
Here comes the fully charged Dust punish there on the super block. That drone too, the level 3 security drone, just able to blow through all of the fish that Peluna puts out.
Ice Fish is out of the picture though. Into the throw though. So Peluna will be able to establish his Oki with Ice Fish on the other side. Ice Fish once again along with the Guard Crush, and there it is, the Burn It Down coming through. We do have meter. We're going to use the PRC to go right through the Burn It Down and prevent us from being within RedIAmNot's range. Great play, because RedIAmNot was expecting Peluna to be pulled in towards them and definitely overcommitted there in neutral.
It's indeed. Now just has to be careful here, trying to zone out with the Michael Sword, the IAD back, trying to bait something out, actually able to squeeze out the Wings of Light too. Nearly sitting at 50 tensions, so this is going to be quite a lot of damage if they can get it popped off, but there's a nice backdash into throw.
Just playing this defense right here. Deflect shield, pushing out RedIAmNot, but RedIAmNot going to close that distance. We're going to be getting a trade with the Michael Sword, but that's exactly what we want to see, as well as that reversal super, tacking on some even more damage here on RedIAmNot. One more combo will be enough, but we ran right into that drone, giving RedIAmNot the advantage here in this corner position, and this might just be it. No, not quite, because we're not close enough to the wall. So we have to set up that drone to try and get some pressure here in mid-screen, and that we will find as we bring us to a final round here of game number 3. Round start interaction. Peluna is going to back this one up, trying to threaten Michael Sword. RedIAmNot expecting the Michael Sword to come out, goes for that aerial approach instead. First bait.
I set up the Wings of Light. More ice. Look at the damage on this routing. And now just trying to keep space. Able to jump into the dead zone of the Behemoth Typhoon.
And with all of that meter, Wings of Light getting so much reward here for Peluna, and that's going to be a 2-1 now. Remember, y'all, that was a 3-0 in the previous set back in winners finals, and now Peluna is sitting at a 2-1 game over RedIAmNot, threatening reset here with the Dizzy. RedIAmNot now on the ropes. Gotta prevent this comeback here if you're RedIAmNot, but if you're all the Dizzy fans in the chat, this is exactly what you want to see. One more game for Peluna. We have the lead. We have the advantage. We just got to keep playing the way we've been playing right now.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with Wings of Light, because Dizzy is, it's not very common to see Dizzy in grand finals of a tournament. Basically, what it does is Dizzy pops it, and then after a set amount of time, the wings fully bloom. Her meter starts to drain, and it just drains the health of the opponent. It is unblockable damage. But the only way to get rid of it is to either hit her or do a YRC or a burst.
Which is essentially the same as hitting her.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Using the Michael Sword as an anti-hero against JD. Definitely could be a little bit risky, but at the range we were playing at, Peluna felt pretty confident there with that spacing and feeling very confident with how we're looking in this round as well. Look at this health we've built up so far, and RedIAmNot trying their best to close that distance. Will be able to do so after that Skyfish knockdown, but Peluna is so ready to mash Millia after RedIAmNot not locking into that BT, and because that's getting punished.
Nice to the JH. Huge pickup there. Peluna recognizing the situation, going for the burst just to try and gain some ground. Getting the ice spike for the freeze. Sandwich pressure there with the fish.
We're just buying time for Wings of Light, it feels. And it's going to fully bloom right here, but a great back, a great aerial BT there to keep Peluna from closing that distance and engaging Wings of Light.
I like using the sliding momentum there of the ice field to just keep the pressure up with the Behemoth Typhoons, and RedIAmNot securing another round. Might be taking this to a game 5. About to get burst back too.
We'll just have to wait and see here. And it might be looking like a game 5, especially after a BT connection like so. Peluna still without that burst, so RedIAmNot not able to actually convert. RedIAmNot might be able to convert this into a win before Peluna is able to get that mechanic back here. Drone coming out.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Peluna!
No! It wasn't a disconnect. I wonder if it was like a misinput.
Their controller. It had to have been something with their controller. They were just standing completely still. That had to have been a controller issue.
Oh man, we got the burst too, but just too little too late, and that's going to be game 5. Hopefully we can get that resolved if that was a controller issue there for Peluna. Definitely not something you want to be seeing here in grand finals, especially when you are just one game away from reset. And now RedIAmNot is just one game away from winning the tournament. It's all or nothing right here, right now here for TNS. Guilty Gear Strive. Hopefully y'all are enjoying the show so far, and I know that all the DC fans certainly are. Here we go. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Air Behemoth. Immediate burst. Red smells the blood in the water here. Just wants to close it out as fast as possible. The dash blocks have been on point.
Great block so far. Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, dash blocks on point. Just being able to close that distance like so, in a perfect trade there for RedIAmNot to get that knockdown on Peluna, trying to zone out from that full screen range and just constantly like kind of abusing the ice floor, right? Getting more momentum than we would otherwise.
Trying to jump in, gets the 2K, setting up the drone. Oh, okay, reversal super here on the throw attempt, but Red still sitting on 100 pension. Dangerous spot for Peluna.
Yeah, that with Michael Sword was extremely scary, and so is that attempted anti-air. I think that's what it was, as RedIAmNot is going to be launching themselves into tournament point just like so. We're going to like 2 rounds in a row, starting off this round here with first on the table, counter hit, anti-air into Wings of Light during the combo. great way to buy time here. But since we're going for that wall break for the positive bonus, that's going to be resetting the timer. Still, there are lots of damage on the table, so Wings of Light probably won't even matter in this position. And RedIAmNot not going to even try to risk it on a burst.
A taste of your own medicine with the amount of red we're seeing on screen there. And now Peluna just backing up. There we go. Getting the hit in. Reset point. Tournament point. Once again, I mean, burst is on both sides.
Do or die right here, right now. Michael Sword again. RedIAmNot having to play so careful, trying to close this distance, using drone to back ourselves up, but Peluna continuing to put on such an oppressive zoning game plan here. Back now, waiting for these mash options. Burst comes out from RedIAmNot.
Oh,
Another perfect Michael
blowing up the start up there of the drone. Drone comes out once again. Might be the last chance here for Red. Gets a massive mortal counter. There's the immediate burst from Peluna.
Playing the low, there it is. Guard Crusher jump, but the down with the system is going to connect right here. Peluna going to take a lot of damage, but still not in kill range here for RedIAmNot unless we find a big counter hit.
Scary
Now
back dash too on that
so
behemoth
definitely not going
attempt.
to be enough here for RedIAmNot, and definitely not going to be enough for Peluna either, because we don't have that meter, we do not have that wall break damage, and we kind of have to rely on the fact that we have to get through this offense first. No meter to help us out here for a YRC. That's going to be a punishment, no confirmed, and that is going to be it. Double overhead coming through. RedIAmNot is your TNS Guilty Gear Strive champion for 207, taking down Peluna